At least you went on international duty. Captain Harry would be proud of you.
Do you know if there's a train coming anytime soon?
Oh yes, very soon. They are building it now.
Hyperdrive.
Hello, chatto. It's Thursday, and coming up today on Building a Nation with Sirens of Malta, hammering a good, we're good, good you're a good, sweetie a less so good, and the managerial merry-go-round of Maltese football continues. In other news, we've wasted £60 million on a player who frankly isn't even fit to lace the boots of Mohamed Pierce or Uriah Hovey, but that's something we'll have to deal with. I've got a house, youth intake is coming up, all that and more coming up today on Building a Nation.
Congratulations on the house, you too sick heart party hat.
And so on and so forth. Oh, I thought I was going to get done by the first TTS, but luckily Lloydie was kind enough not to put one, and it was a blessed day, so thank you for that, Lloydie. Now, back we come. Some things to say. Hanger Honor, thank you very much for the 12 months. That is incredibly kind of you, my friend. Little Riff, thank you for the follow. Lloydie, of course, thank you for the 40 months. It's a lot of months. And Lord Richard as well with the 51 months. Bugger me. Are we okay there? No. I'm never okay. Let me just turn the music down without accidentally triggering the intro again. The buttons have been pressed. Oh dear. Xero's trying to call an actual code. Well, you know, I'm there. It's a nice jumper, isn't it? It has stuff on the back as well. And I don't normally like jumpers with stuff on the back, but this one I'll make an exception for because it's actually really kind of nice. Primark, like 10 quid, I think. It was pretty good. I don't really buy stuff, but I was like, I actually quite like that. Mikey, thank you for the 2 months, my friend. How's it going? How's streaming going?
We poggin.
Come crawling back, I know. Back down to earth now, chat. I'm back in normie land, back in civvy life. Yeah, I mean, but don't worry, there wasn't a stream on Tuesday. I'm here. It's 50. He's the champion. Yeah, wasn't great, was it, Andrew? I was just like anything but that. Anything but that. It doesn't make the playoff system look good, does it? Probably can tell. Yeah, no, it's a solid jumper. What a neat mix of narrow and Thank you, Chris, yeah. Where have I been to? Ooh. The back of my head on YouTube. Oh, that's where that was. Right, so Mike tested me. Tested me? Mike tested me, and it turns out I am indeed many things. So many things I could have said there, all of which were wrong. So basically Mike texted me last night being like, where were you today? And I was like, getting a haircut. But obviously on Tuesday I was doing business things. Lavinio, thank you for the 18 months. Oh, holy shit. Hanger on, thank you for the 5. I've got my big face.
Everyone is terrified of spiders, but apparently, in Iraq, no phobia.
Oh, I shouldn't laugh, but I have. It's happened. Hanger on, thank you very much for the 5 gifted as well. It's incredibly kind of you. Keep forgetting the schedule when videos are coming out. Which video are we talking about specifically? I don't have a specific schedule on videos. There's no like this is the day I post videos type of thing, so I wouldn't worry about that. Oh, dearie me. Thank you though. Yeah, so seriously, that's the second time someone's. So this was just Primark. Like, what is so nice about? I like it. It's a nice jumper, but like, what's so nice? I don't understand why it's any nicer than anything else. But like, look, this. It's got like stuff on the back as well, which you probably can't see because of the chair. But like, yeah, I like it. But yeah, so I don't have like an upload schedule per se or anything like that. I just upload videos when, generally speaking, when I put normal videos that aren't recaps out, they go out on Friday night because I've just found that that works well for my stuff in the algorithm. But usually recap videos just go out whenever the transfer window. However, that may not be the case next week because I may have to wait in the new house for an internet router. So that's gonna be fun, isn't it? Yeah, so basically, so Mike texted me saying, like, where were you today? And I was like, just getting a haircut, but on Tuesday. So I didn't know where Tom had because I went on Instagram and I couldn't find the picture that Tom had posted. So he posted it on YouTube. What, in like a video or something? The shoot of my Nan would be. Yeah, I feel like Nan jumpers are back in. I'm here for it. So yeah, I've never really been a big fan of stuff on the back. I actually quite like small designs. But I feel like now that I'm getting into wearing combat trousers and stuff, I feel like I'm starting to become more hippity hop, you know? Oh, community section. Yeah, there was a couple of pictures for it. I've got a couple. I've got a wonderful video of Tom trying to do some presenting to camera, which is great. Oh dear, I've got some. Oh, it's all song requests. We were all out on that one. Sick. Nana's cushion. Yeah, but I think we're all. Pretending that Nana didn't have good taste in cushion covers is an absolute disgrace. What was it? So basically, I can tell you a little bit. So basically, I was on England duty. I was filming some content with England as part of the FM esports stuff that we do with some of the England players, basically. That's all I can really say. I know that in the Discord on the day, I actually did tell you who I was filming with, and I had to delete it because I wasn't allowed to tell you that. So if you do know that information, please don't put it in chat. But that's basically what we were doing. Oh, is this the photo? Let's have a look. This is where I have to sign up and become a Tom FM. Oh. There we go. Oh yeah, back of my head. I was kind of hoping that it would make the picture bigger when I clicked it, but it seems to have made it smaller. So that's good, isn't it? Does it count as another cap? Do you know what? I'm counting it. I'm counting it. I like how you can just see Jack just off the side of the screen there. Oh dear. Players probably all have to. Well, yeah, as it happens, actually, Hello FM. The player we were supposed, one of the players we were supposed to be filming with, did drop out. So yeah. Okay, streamer, fair enough. I'll take that. Water wind bottom of Tom Cherry though. Tom Cherry? Tom Cherry? Tom Finney. Oh. Sacked a network game before the end of the season. No, did he actually get sacked? That's hilarious. Wait, who is he managing to get sacked? Still, okay, I'll take it. Nah, it was Man United. How did he manage to get sacked at Man United? How badly was Man doing? But yeah, so it was just really, really cool. Because he tried to release the entire squad. That'll do it. Oh, thank you, Maria. Yeah, I mean, obviously this will be coming to an end soon. Very soon, in fact. Within the next couple of weeks, pretty much. Alarmingly well. Don't speak too soon, James. Don't speak 8th. So basically realistic then, right? Trying to release a squad. Yeah, trying to release a squad will very much do that. That's I didn't know you could get sacked for doing that. What? Eric Ben Haag? I assume that joke's been made to death.
Did Fulham have a new manager? No.
Excuse the fact I'm covering his face.
So Manchester United don't currently have a player-controlled manager according to the league table.
Yeah, that has just updated. Nick Cox has taken charge, and Ben Hager's gone.
So this is Nick Cox, ladies and gentlemen, previously head of youth development at Watford, Sheffield United, and Manchester United.
What's Ben's name in game? I'm searching Doctor and it's not showing him up. I'm just trying to find his profile. I go to Manchester United's past managers, can't I?
There we go. He is currently unemployed.
It's actually quite impressive in a way. I think that would be difficult for me to do. It's probably not true. I'd probably just play Octotrack and it would definitely still happen. Jesus Christ. That's actually... I just figured it would be more difficult to get sacked, particularly with, like... Is it just because United or in FM have really high like expectations on you, and as a result, if you're not like top 4, you'll just get sacked? And trying to release the entire squad, I assume, has some bearing on that as well. So I suppose what do I need to catch you up on this save? Because obviously I did a lot of this yesterday. We're getting a lot of loans, some of which are absolutely insane. But one thing I do need to show you is the new players that have joined us. There's been a few. Terrible. Oh yeah, well we know they got the stupid wages, that's for sure. But first I want to show you him. Give it a second. It's still glitchy as fuck because of the. I mean, this guy here, it's annoying that he's come along in season 29. I am actually kind of sad about the fact that he's come along in season 29 because he genuinely may be one of the best signings of the save. £950,000. The fact is, a player that I signed at this stage that's worth £50 million nearly is a rarity. Like, incredible player. Wonder kid, great pace. He's got it all, pretty much. Light-hearted isn't amazing, but still. Hello, Pog. So, yeah, he's insane. Oh, my God. Why is the internet going so shit? I can't... Do you know what it is? It's like it knows that we literally bought new internet this morning. It's like my internet has been informed that we purchased new internet for the house. For the new house this morning. It's the final death rattle of Sky Internet. That's true, yeah. Unflappable. Good point. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Is what... Hang on. But the irony is what happened in the post. Oh, yeah, sorry. I did see your message, James. It's just that with the house and being away almost the whole week, pretty much, it's been so difficult to get back to that. And I wanted to give you a proper answer and watch the video properly. Literally, you cheated on me. It's crazy. We haven't had any internet like issues like that for a while now. That's probably what it is. I don't think they... No, we haven't even told them yet. We were just setting it up for the new place. Get that new customer discount for Virgin Media, you know? Which they'll inevitably screw you on. Most of these players were just... Oh, yeah. So Noé Tandler, the 5-star potential guy from Basel, on loan at Sweetie United. They picked him up on loan. And I was very, very happy with that. Model Citizen, unflappable, 18. It's... And I think I actually got a 2-year loan on him as well. Which is not bad for us. It's crazy to me that they're even taking players as good as this. But I guess he's not got the highest CA, but he looks like a genuine monster one day. So much better than it used to be. Yes, the speed we're looking at, I believe it's 1100 down, 105 up. That's the maximum up we could get. There was a 2 gig down one, but I was just like, I don't think I need that. And it was costing it was like double the price. Whereas this one's $34.99 a month for 1,100 megabyte down and 105 up. Bear in mind, right now, I have 35 down and 7 up. So that's nice. Tim, with the 20 months. How's it going, man?
Good morning, Matto and Chatto.
Good morning.
Off work today because of tooth/mouth pain, so you're my entertainment for the next few hours. Feel free to put this toward the pasta fund.
I just have to put it towards the Harv fund, because Harv's already trying to send me shit. My upload speed is 7 megabytes. Literally. The stream that you're seeing right now is basically the lowest settings I can set it to realistically do 1080-60, but you'll note that when we go into games and stuff, I often get a bit pixelated and there's quality drops. That's the reason. So when I move to the new house, I'll be able to double my bitrate for streams, which means they'll look perfect. They'll look as good as they actually look when I'm capturing the footage, basically, which is nice. Yeah, so it's actually 1136, specifically, Sabica. Like, specifically, it's 1136. I think it's because it uses the average speeds. 250 up would be lovely, but I'll take 105 up, right? That's absolutely fine. Guess what this costs in Australia? 200. Doesn't Australia have horrendous internet prices, or is that a certain state in America? I can't remember. 250 megabits, 25 up. That's not great. I mean, it's better than what I have right now. 119 dollary doos. What's that in freedom bucks? Or, like... I know, Pala. New streamer. Who dis? It's actually very... Oh, I'll take your pasta, man. Could do with some pasta. I'm never going to turn down pasta, like, unironically. What is $119 in 60 quid? £90. Wow, that's... Those are two very different numbers. 60 quid is a lot for that. Given that I'm literally going to be paying 35 for 4 times that. In the King's Shilling, indeed, yes. I hate this list keeps resetting itself. Yeah, Franz Mertes, the really expensive Belgian. Haven't managed to find him alone, unfortunately. It's, yet. There is still a chance, but he's very good by the looks of things. Another 5-star guy. Obviously, we've had to pay through the nose for him. Measured in kilobytes. Ooh, you don't like to see that when it hits the naught. £60. Still, that's a lot for that. Now, bear in mind, this contract I'm getting is an 18-month contract, and after the 18 months is up, it moves to £80 a month. But I'll just switch internet provider. I've got so many new customer discounts, and I'm about to engage with. Just you wait, because the options in where I'm moving to are incredible. Whereas here, it's like, hey, you want Sky or do you want BT? We can offer you the same speed. Terrific. Those are your choices. Tweedledee and Tweedle shit. Oh, so... Oh, yeah. Lewis... Sorry, no, it's not Lewis. It's you. Where do I send it? Oh, God, what is this? It's just industrial pat... Come on, if we're doing this, let's not muck about here, Harv. If we're doing this, at least get me some, like, penne. Fucking fusilli. Just get out of here with your fusilli. Come back when you got penne, alright? This is a penne household. You get a business deal. I can expense it. Or some of it, anyway. Potentially. Tweedledee shit. I've heard someone else say that before. It's not a unique thought. To get EE into... Oh, my God. Yeah, so it was a choice between Virgin Media or Vodafone for the same things. Vodafone was slightly more expensive, and also it was Vodafone. And I've been hearing the things about the Vodafones, whereas Virgin Media actually seem to have a relatively good reputation from people I know these days. Never used to, but it seems like they've actually improved quite a lot. Sky Broadband or a small hamster. Yeah. Or Sky Broadband with a small hamster. So this was our £60 million signing. This was a massive waste of money. This here was me just going, I've got money, I spend it now. Can be with you tomorrow, let's go. Del Verde. How much is this? 3 kilos of penne pasta. 5 left in some better. Hurry up, bro. It's going. Harv and his buddies, the pasta mafia, otherwise known as the mafia, are in. That doesn't sound good, Miro. I would ask how, but then I suppose that would almost so breach them too, wouldn't it? But yeah, indeed. A lot of money just from doing shit. Yeah, it feels like, honestly, Marina, I've not done that enough in this save. I feel like we've made far too many good financial decisions. Now, admittedly, he's actually 2-star again. 4-star again. When he joined us, he was 3-star, 3-star. So he's had a little bit of form over the 2 games that he has played. And admittedly, 3 assists and a goal. This was mostly due to the fact that both Lahovi and Peters got injured. So I actually had to play Tabawash anyway. And I'm not sure who's going to be in the squad for today, but he's there. Then these guys, I think, were all... That's Gordon. This guy here, Eduardo Barragan, he's actually an alright signing, but the only reason I signed him is because I was doing an example of the contracts I want to use on players for a loan farm video. So I was just signing him as an example for that. Yeah, said Project Red are just violating your rights. The Amazon page doesn't normally show my actual town. Nah. That thing is always wrong, and it gives you a different town every single time. I've had it say I'm in Peterborough. That's just based on IP address stuff. Bear in mind, I'm not logged into Amazon on this screen, so it's just guessing. So it's not a big deal. I don't actually live there. Thank fuck. And luckily, where I'm moving is bigger, so it won't be such a big deal if I do tell you where it is. Like, within reason, because it's a city. Yeah, I live in Bluewater, obviously, yeah. It says that place a lot, though, to be fair. It usually says that place, Haverhill, Peterborough. Sometimes it says Ipswich as well, which is really interesting. I think it just depends on what my IP address is that day. So, like, honestly, Pog and I were talking about how we'd set up a PO box. The issue is I don't think it would get enough use out of it for it to be worth it, because they're actually really expensive to run, apparently. Stingy pasta, yeah. Yeah, I can tell you, Savico, when we move, I can tell you where I used to live, yeah. VPNs. Yeah, I mean, I don't use a VPN because if I used a VPN, I would not be able to stream because of my internet. I can't risk it being even slower. So it was in the Netherlands for some reason. Really? Huh. I mean, I do have a VPN, but it's not installed on this PC. I only have it on other devices. It's Mulvad, which is really good. Tickle me. I mean, maybe there's a reason I should give my address out the Millennium. If that's what's on the end of the rope there, then I'm interested. So yeah, new loans. I've got to move because some of these are incredible. I was offering out players for loan as part of the loan farm video I was recording, right? And I got Tenler, but I also got this. I could not believe my goddamn eyes when Sweetie offered a loan for Javier and it actually went. Now, I think part of the reason for this is because he's lost, as a result of not playing for a little while, he went from being 4-star down to 3. And as a result, it dipped into their range of CA stars for them to want to pick him up. It was them and Goodger that came in. Thank you, Lucky Stars. Yeah, I know, Haverhill's a bit of a dump. Pog and I went to an Iceland there like 3 or 4 years ago. I don't rate it as a place. £350. There you go, yeah. It's incredibly expensive, isn't it? Don't have Nord search. No, because all of those VPNs, most of them collect data and are based in like Five Eyes countries, thus defeating the point of a VPN. So yeah, Mulvad. The Mulvad is my sister's partner works in like InfoSec and stuff like that, and he's pretty. I just ask him for stuff like that. So Mulvad seems to come up pretty good on things like that, basically. It's no log. It's all sorts of things. You don't even have an account with them. Basically, you have like a security code. But yeah, no, Javier has been great this season, right? But when the opportunity came to get him out on loan to Sweetie, I thought this is the perfect time for it. The other one that's happened that I was very surprised about is Vegard Björklund. He came in and said he wanted to leave. I said, I'll loan you out. And then Hamren actually came in with a bid for him. So we've got Vegard Björklund gone to Hamren on loan as well, which is insane. 1 5-star player fell. Hell yeah. Now, what I will say, Ellen, is careful with the youth intakes in the first couple of seasons. Don't expect it to continue. One, you'll get better, obviously. But the most important thing I've noticed, and I think chat will back me up on this, is that I've noticed that you tend to just get, on average, pound for pound, better youth intakes in the first 2 seasons of your save than you do for the rest of it. And I believe that this is a deliberate mechanic. Now, I might just be throwing out my tinfoil hat here, but I believe it's a retention mechanic, potentially. An invacuation? Does that mean they have to go in? What? Yeah, I'm going to need context, Master Tramps. How does one invacuate? Does that mean you go into the building rather than... So from outside, you have to go inside, I guess. Nord, I believe, used to be no log, but I believe they got caught doing some dodgy shit or something. I can't remember what it was. I used Nord for the longest time as well. But there was something that came out about them. I can't remember what it was. I'm fully on it too. I'd like to do some tests about that. Because I noticed this when I did a save with Beaconsfield, who have insanely high facilities and stuff. I noticed that the first 2 youth intakes, and I could see them with the PAs with the editor, so I knew that they were good. They were on average around about 20 to 30% higher PA in the first 2 seasons. It was super interesting. Kitchi, thank you for the follow. Hardware to mine crypto. Oh, that sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah, stuff like that. Doors are locked. It's essentially the opposite of an evacuation. Okay. Fair enough. Slow down for good talent. Yeah, it's... Oh, I need to actually sort this out. There could be 2 goalkeepers for age 16 when Malta's number 1. There you go. Yeah, I'd be very curious to do some actual... That might be a fun little quick video, because it'd be super easy to test. You just sim youth intakes for the first 2 seasons, take the average PA of the players without adjusting any other variables, because then it's controlled, and then, yeah, do the same thing for 3 and 4 each time. And just see what, on average, if you do it enough, if there was any actual notable disparities. But I'd like to prove it one way or the other, if I'm honest, honestly. 275. Yeah, PR boxes are super expensive. It's actual football on Monday. Which game is it on Monday? Right. Moser doesn't need to be registered, so that's terrific. Oh, Moser's annoyed at me because I wouldn't let him move to Man United. Naturally. No log policy. Yeah, but that doesn't mean I want them mining crypto. And bear in mind, I chose to stop using them, and I'm using one I believe is personally better. But each to their own, right? I'm not sponsored by any of these VPNs, so I can use whatever one I like, you know? I prefer this one, personally. I don't have to have an account with them or anything like that. It's just a case of type in code, done. So, he's probably going to kick off if I don't put him in the squad. The thing is, I actually have a spot for him, but I'd rather use that on someone like Figueira. Yeah, no, it's worth checking, JPIT. When I originally went with Nord, they were one of the best rated ones, but then there were some other factors beyond that I think moved them down, such as the crypto thing. I think there was something else, though. I can't remember what it was. So, again, take nothing I'm saying seriously with that, because I literally don't have any information for you beyond I can't remember what it was. So, basically, don't listen to me. Looking at these things properly. There used to be a brilliant website that would compare VPNs and actually do like this massive comparison chart, but then it got bought by a VPN company and thus defeated the point of the company, you know? Attributes growth. That's an interesting point. I hadn't thought about it from an attribute growth perspective either, but you're probably right. I truly think that we could probably just register to Boash and kind of go from there. Like, Carvajal won't care about being in the squad. Figueira's a fringe player, which means he won't care yet. Hello, Michael. With massive bags of salt. Yeah, for sure. Like, I'd like to believe that by now, chat, you've realised that I try not to speak on things that I don't have proper knowledge of, and when I do, and if I'm speculating, I will tell you that I am. It's diddly-doodly good, Michael. Very, very good. Just recovering from international duty, you know. Download tanked. Yeah, that's the other thing. Some of them I feel like use up a lot more of your... They claim to, like, not affect your speeds, but some of them fully do. It's fun like a drip. Thank you. I got a haircut yesterday. Oh, speaking of chat. Naturally, with me going to get a haircut, that meant that I got to spend the afternoon talking to my friend Emma. And I know that you all usually like an Emma update, so today I actually bring you an Emma update. So the last time I saw Emma, she was getting a loft conversion done because she'd saved so much money from when she quit smoking that she was able to get a loft conversion done, which is an incredible turn of events, but does show you, like, how much that shit costs, right? So she was getting this loft conversion done. It was nearly done when we were there last time. So I was like, right, I'm going to rock up. Sorry about the clapping there. Can't wait to see her loft conversion. Got there, and there's like a skip out the front, and I'm like, well, this should have been done weeks ago. A lot. I mean, it was over several years, but she saved a lot of money. And so I get there, and I'm like, what's going on? And then basically, so what happened was, they had installed something called a... Is it a V... So I'm sure those of you that know building and constructing, it's called like a Velux window or something. They'd installed the window, but not the sill. It had then rained, and the entire upstairs of her house had been flooded because they hadn't sealed it properly. Which meant that they then ruined all of the furniture in her upstairs bedrooms, including all of her clothes. It gets worse. And then, of course, had to wait for the drying out. So they then had to deal with that. Yeah. So I've no idea what it is. It's just what she said. So then this was then a situation. So then she's like, right, well, that's fucking horrendous. Obviously, it's going to put back the work 8 weeks or whatever. All my stuff is ruined. You owe me X, Y, and Z. You got to redo my flooring now because you've ruined all the floors, etc. Then, brand of loft window. Ah, okay. I assume so, yeah. Sounds like you should take it back up smoking again. So then, oh, chat, it gets worse. Then, sorry, I'll try to get through these while we actually get into the game. I don't want to take up too much of your time today, particularly as I may have to leave early today because of a thing I have to do later, which I'll tell you about in a minute. But one thing at a time, said Matt's brain for the first time in 10 years. So, she then, about a week later, when this is all sort of sorted, she's waiting for everything to dry. She's, all of her documents have been ruined because she kept those in her wardrobe as well, just because it's out of the way. She wakes up and she can hear running water, and she's like, well, that's strange. Maybe I'm just being paranoid about the fact that, this has happened before. Clearly, this is not actually a thing that's going on. Oh, that's a shame. And then she goes downstairs and her ceiling is leaking. Her downstairs ceiling at this point into her living room, which is now essentially 3 floors down because it was loft, second floor, ground floor, if you like. So she goes upstairs and there is water literally cascading through the house and leaking through the light sockets in the bottom floor because it had rained again. And she then rings her builder or whatever, and he's like, oh, it must be your shower. I'm like, because that's how builders talk, especially around my way. It's obviously your shower's leaking, love. Like, yeah, because that's definitely what it is. She's like, no, the shower's brand new, pretty much. It was put in like 3 months ago. She's like, oh, fine, I'll come have a look. Gets there, takes the skirting board off, and water starts streaming out of the skirting board. So it turns out that the previous day when they were working on the property again, one of their builders, and I use the word builder very loosely here, had punctured the boiler pipe with a nail. So what was actually coming out was all the water, the dirty black water from the boiler, was leaking out of the boiler through the skirting board and down into the living room of her house. This poor woman has never... I swear to God, she is a magnet for misfortune. It's incredible. Oh, yeah, I'm surprised she hasn't taken up smoking again. She was vaping when I went there yesterday. Oh, incredible scenes. So now she's going to wait another 8 weeks for them to dry it out. They're having to replace basically everything. She does. She literally needs her own Amazon show. I keep telling her that she should blog or vlog stuff because she's one of those people that she's not actually from Essex, but she sounds like exactly how you think she would sound. Do you know what I mean? Very Towie. But she's incredibly like witty and like cutting. Do you know those types of people that will just cut through the bullshit? I says it like it is type of person, but like she's really sweet. I would listen. You could listen to her talk all day. You could tell that this is why she's a hairdresser immediately. Yeah, I know. I told her that. I was like, this is the perfect kind of TikTok storytime content. I would watch that so much. Should have used Checker Tree. Now, to be fair, the company that she was using had actually done a lot of work for so many people that she knew and they had no issues with. So it seems like this could have just genuinely been horrendous circumstances, but the whole like putting the nail through thing though, and it's like basic stuff. Like don't install a Velux window if you're not going to install the seals to go with it as well, right? When I don't trouble finds me, literally, yeah. I can vouch. I mean, those of you that might be new to the streams have missed all the other stuff. That the previously on season 3 of Emma, for example, was all the stuff with her ex-husband where the man is a literal lunatic. And oh, mate, incredible stuff. Him getting thrown out of like family court and all this sort of jazz. Yeah, no, totally. It's either that or a bit of what's the word I'm looking for here? Subway surfers. Oh. Right, Reynoso V. I've just jabbered your asses off their chat for half an hour. Well done, me. So now circling back, because I've actually remembered what I was going to talk about. May have to finish stream at like 15 minutes early today, potentially, if we get to youth intake, hopefully. Because Pog and I have to go pick up the keys to the house later, but we have a specific window between 4 and 5 to do it, and it's an hour away, or roughly an hour away. Season 2 of Emma was the creepy neighbours where she could see directly out of her kitchen window into their bathroom because the frosted glass was not in any way frosted, and she has like an 11-year-old son, and she could just see this bloke standing in the shower wanking every morning. She told them and like just be like, oh, maybe you weren't aware of this because perhaps you just moved in, and it seemed to happen more after that. Now I'm not speculating on those people's choices, but that was clearly at that point you've made a choice. They were having sex and you can see the window. Yeah, there you go. That's a classic episode of Emma, right? Water cascading through the light fitted. Yeah. Well, yeah, because already does it smell? Huh. Yeah, I'm a part-time streamer now, obviously. Yeah, she's had it inflicted on her, essentially. So today we're basically just going up there to get the keys, firstly. So that basically the estate agent aren't allowed to hang on to the keys after 4 o'clock, after this window on the tenancy beginning date, because at that point they would then be liable for anything that could happen to the property because they're in possession of the keys, and it's then our house for the time being, because technically that's how tenancy law in the UK works. So we need to get the keys off them. No, totally good, Marina. I think I need to convince her to do that. It's crazy. But yeah, the plan is today to go and I want to measure some stuff. I want to see if there's space for a tumble dryer, firstly. And I also want to measure the difference between the distance between the plug sockets in the upstairs bedroom, as if there's a downstairs bedroom, in the main bedroom, because I want to make sure that we can fit this king-size bed we want to buy in there. Grace Smith, 2K15, thank you for the follow. I love that name as well, because it feels nostalgic of old-school YouTube names. I love it. Come through the roof. Put a nail through a pipe. Yeah, there you go. That's mad. So the nail was essentially creating a seal. It's like when you get like punctured by something or impaled, they don't take the item out, right? Sensible. Yeah, just up there with my tape measure, making sure that sort of stuff works, all that sort of jazz, basically. But it does look like I'm going to have to spend a lot of Monday up at the house as well, because that's when the internet router and all that stuff's coming, and I have to. I'll probably just have to wait in there all day, which might mean that we may have a recap video that isn't for the transfer window, because that's annoyingly when that recap video would have to be filmed. Oh, just whacking in the shower. Yeah, if you just tuned in, I wish I could provide context for you. I really do, but I got nothing for you. Right. But so we've already sorted out the internet as of this morning. Pog's now doing the energy stuff, but that's relatively simple because of Octopus. And I basically went to my mates and was like, any of y'all with Octopus that want us to use your referral thing, basically, because that means they can get 50 quid off the bills, and so do we. So it's kind of best case scenario, really. By the way, Hammer are playing Leipzig today, and I think that's actually it. I believe both Sweetie and Goodyear are playing on the Wednesday. Take was just a plan out how to fit the bed in a wardrobe. Well, yeah, exactly. I will have to take some measurements as well for sofas and things, because I'm going to be gumtreeing the shit out of it, because next weekend basically is, oh, hello, look at this for a corner. Oh, it was a free kick, I realised, but that was dope. Your hairdresser's neighbour. I love that you knew that, Bill. It shows that you pay attention to the Emma lore. But yes, I was just updating chat on the latest season of Emma and her trials and tribulations, and we were talking about previous favourite episodes, and naturally the wanking neighbour was certainly up there, I would say. But yeah, I need to measure things for sofas, need to measure things for stuff like that as well. But my plan is to basically get a van next Saturday, try and line up a load of pickups all on the same day, and just drive around Essex picking up furniture, essentially. And rope in all the favours from my mates for over the years who I've helped move. It's nice being able to call that shit in. How took a bit? He did, didn't he? Yeah. Oh, go on, Pereira. Lovely. Scouse Raw, thank you for the 7 months.
Need to measure things for the neighbour one. Wait.
Trust me. You wouldn't need a tape measure for that. You just need, like, you could probably do it by eye or with a microscope. 9 senior players, none of which I might send it back. Because FM do be doing things like that. Canestello and pizza. To be fair, the amount of times I have been paid in pizza for helping people move. I helped the drummer from my old band move one time, and I must admit, it was delicious. Because there's something about, right, finishing a move like that, because there's a lot of like lifting and sweaty work, particularly it always seems to be in the summer for whatever reason. Finishing, sitting down on his new sofa, sweating all over it, naturally, ordering a pizza and having a beer, there is something very satisfying about that, I must admit. They say, yeah, they do, literally, Stephen, they say that moving is one of the most stressful things you can do, so always fun. So one thing I need in my life right now is more stress. It does. Like, food just tastes better when you've got that level of, like, exhaustion, but it's like physical exhaustion. Oh, here we go. Oh, he's a beaut. By the way, Mohamed Peters came second in Ballon d'Or voting. Our left back got second place in the Ballon d'Or. Unfortunately, Ben Hiard managed to win it because big club bias. It's a disgrace. Is that some energy is yours? So she had, oh, yeah, exactly. It's weird because bear in mind, Emma is like a good 7 or 8 years older than me. She's in like her early 40s, but I know Emma because back in the day, when our barber just kind of got a bit shit in the local town where I lived. So my mum was like, oh, just come to my hairdresser's, which was miles away. And Emma was like at the time, this is when I was like in my early teens. And Emma had basically just started working there as an apprentice. So she just did my hair at that point, right? So then eventually she left and got married to this rich guy, and that's all the whole story. But then essentially, she just cuts my hair in her house now. So it's just my mate that I just go and get my hair done by. It's great. I refused to go. Yeah, we didn't. We were going to share a plane with Goodyear, but then they had no players nominated. Also, Rangers have just got a goal back. It was mad the numbers that Peters had, because he had like 24 assists, and he also had like 26 clean sheets or something, which is insane. If Chat was single. Yes, I suspect so. Responsible for Goth Matt. Yes, she was. Legitimately. She's the one that did the colours for that. And that was like 16 years ago. Till I sell them. I think it's because a lot of it comes down to rep. Valenhout's first goal of the season as well. Hello, Wanderer. How's looking going? Oh, there's no house looking, Wanderer. We're getting the keys this afternoon after stream. Which does mean the appointment's going to be a bit of a crazy one, because I'm now going to have to register another doctor's to sort that out. Order a takeaway set the TV. Oh, mate, you have not. Hamron, come on, lads. I've already scoped the area for local takeaways. It is good, though. It's going to be nice. The thing is, right, if where we live right now, if Pog and I wanted to go out somewhere for dinner or whatever, we can't just go into town or walk into town. There is no town. It is a village where there is a single tandoori restaurant, which is very mid. You have to drive places to do that. Whereas at least now when we're moving, we have the option to walk into the city and actually do stuff like that. And there's pubs and stuff. And it's like, it's nice. It's kind of ticking all of our boxes. I like quiet. Pog likes bustle, right? And this kind of ticks both boxes. When F125 was supposed to come out. Oh, dear. Everything's walking. I mean, I suppose, yeah. The Maltese are... Well, actually, They're doing badly, relatively speaking. We're doing well. We're actually about to, in theory, go 7 for 7 in the Champions League as things stand. But Hamren are really ballsing it up against Leipzig. They're going to go through no matter what, but a win here gives them a shot at genuinely top 8, or at least top 16, right? Sure, forgetting. Well, it's tough because obviously, we're not sure exactly what the situation is with us being able to put stuff on the walls and things, which means I'm going to have to get some kind of padding. Get a lot of shells from B&M and things like that as well. Proper City Folk. Oh, no, I hate City Folkness as well. I like the quietness, but this is like, yeah. So, disappointment. I think I might do, Tim, it's a long way to drive. It's like over an hour away. Fair play to Hammer, though, with El Boudoir doing bits yet again. Come on, lads, turn it around. If they get another win, that top 16 is genuinely on. Because I think their last game is fairly easy as well. Direct train access to Glasgow. One restaurant. That's weird. Do you think that by now, with enough people living there, it would have made sense? So, like, I was on the train up to... Okay, this is a weird, very, very specifically East Midlands-centric question. There's a station called East Midlands Parkway. And the only thing near it is Radcliffe Power Station. There is nothing there. It's just off the side of the M1. But that's where I got off the train on Tuesday because of the way that we'd structured our train tickets so that Tom could pick us up in his car to take us to St George's Park. It's literally a bus stop, yeah. I assume they're decommissioning the power station. I assume they're going to build a town there or something, right? Because it's brilliant. You say pointless, but it actually served a brilliant point because Tom was able to basically sit outside of the station with no other cars around for like 40 minutes waiting for our trains to get in. It was tremendous. So in a way, it actually worked out quite nicely. Wow, we are really missing a lot of players, aren't we? Holy shit. You know when you've got like a Buchiagiar and a Carl Grech on the bench and a Gianluca Galea. There's a lot of parkways everywhere, yeah. Eastern Park Ride. Yeah, that's... You're probably not wrong, actually. There was a word that said park and ride when we were coming back, and I was like, park and ride to where? There was nothing around. I mean, it was still 40 minutes away from where we were going anyway, but we figured it was the most convenient location for us to get picked up together, because otherwise we'd all be trying to arrive at St George's Park separately, and that's just a nightmare when it comes to security and stuff. We'll get Blasi on for a little bit. Give him a little run out. Well, that's the other thing. So you don't have to go into Nottingham or Derby, because, I mean, big bustly cities, it's going to be, or town, I don't know. It's a tough one, yeah. But hey, it was very convenient for the specific purpose that we were there for. I was thinking, yeah, it was great. Really, really cool. St George's Park is an incredible facility. There are cows just on the property. Just a field of cows. It's so strange. Because when we first rocked up, Maltese cows potentially as well. When we first rocked up, we got there, well, what we thought was on time, but then we were told to go away for half an hour. So we were like, right, where's the nearest McDonald's? So we just went and got lunch. It was great. And then when we were in the McDonald's, the Google Street View car was going around the retail car park that we were sat inside. So potentially, there is a small chance that when that's updated, you might be able to find in the window of the McDonald's, myself, Jack, Tom and Aaron on the Google Street View on a random retail park in Burton. Or Buxton. I think it was Burton. Famous, you see. Is that a penalty? No. Reopening of an old Trent station. Oh, really? Okay. Next save doxing that. With blurred faces. Maybe we can apply and get our faces unblurred. That was our first thought the moment we saw the Google Street View car. We were going to try and hop back in the car and follow it, but we couldn't be asked. Bucks goes to Manchester. Oh yeah, no, it was definitely Burton. Sorry, what am I talking about? It was on the outskirts of Burton, basically. Solid McDonald's, must admit. Chips were really fresh. Little review of the Burton McDonald's. You know, I'd take a draw for Hammer here, but a win would be much more. Yes! Chat. I hate to break this to you, but I'm pretty certain I just spoke a good thing into existence for a Maltese club. Has luck finally gone my way in life in general? How's that happen? Deserves to talk up. No, you're right, Stephen, genuinely. Like, I got to the table and Tom was just like, tell you what, these chips are fresh. I was like, hey, man's doing reviews already. English beer production. Yeah, it's just such a mad place. It's a massive estate. Like, you go to the gate bit and then it's like a mile drive to actually get to anywhere near anything, basically. Yeah, the hidden 96-minute equaliser. McFlurry, I didn't have a McFlurry machine. I was concerned about having a little bit too much for lunch, given that we were in a bit of a rush. as it turns out, we actually weren't in a bit of a rush, as we didn't actually start filming until like 3:30 in the end, because obviously it's a very busy day. Like, we got there just as the players had finished training, so we're in there, and like there's a lot of like I assume it's like competition winners and stuff that are there on like these gates by the edge of the training pitches, and the players are coming down signing their autographs and stuff. Was we were just trying to find out where we signed in, but we just seen them like walking down the thing. Be on a play later. Oh, enjoy it. See you later, Marina. Into the drive-through. That's even better. Fresh chips, McFlurry machine isn't broken and not getting order on. The other thing I need, Stephen, and I feel like this is a thing that I've not noticed in other McDonald's, but in my local McDonald's, they have a really annoying habit of not putting ice in the Coke. It was actually one of the things I commented on when I got my order on Tuesday was, hey, there's actually ice in my drink. The amount of times my local, I would say 4 out of 5 times there's no ice in the drinks. What's that about? Come on now. And sometimes that means that the drink isn't even cold to begin with when it was put in the glass. You just got like lukewarm Coke. I'm like, I ain't about that. No. Good win for us though. Hitting Cambridge Mackie's hard. Not even in Cambridge, that's the thing. Closest one to me technically is in like this motorway services. Hilariously. Hammer and get the dub. I'm a bit worried about the injury to El Badwawi, but they got the dub, which means Hammer are now top 8. God, look at the battle between us, Real Madrid and Barcelona. We're literally going to have to do them all. That's incredible. There is an 8-point gap between the top 3 and 4th place in the champ. I don't think I've ever seen that kind of breakdown before. Love it though. Yeah, more Coke per Coke. Yeah, but I want my Coke to be enjoyable, right? So I'll happily sacrifice a little bit of the Coke in order to have a better experience overall. I've become David Coop. God, what a story that is, by the way. Need a bag at the drive-thru. Yeah. Let's have a look then. Oh my God. Yeah, this was completely deserved. What's this injury to Al Badwawi, though? Potential lower leg injury. Wait, why is it potential lower leg injury? He's either injured or he isn't. I'm assuming that means he's actually not injured. Self-serve drink machines. Yeah, there was Burger King in Dublin Airport a couple of weeks ago. The longest I've ever waited in a queue. It was incredible. I think they were a bit understaffed, but it was like actually getting ridiculous. There were people there that have been waiting for their food for an hour and a half in a Burger King. I'm like, what is going on? For an extension? Well, yeah. Right. Okay. So that's actually a really good day for Maltese clubs. Holy shit. Look at us go. That should push us pretty close to 10 points. 10.017. So as much as I feel like we've had some mid times this year, we're still right with the other nations. The problem is I find that England always just seem to pull away right at the end once they get their cheaty points. Gameplay 07. Thank you for the follow. But and I think our biggest issue this year is going to be Europa League. Oh, by the way, Hibernians did in fact lose their last Conference League game against Osijek 3-2 at home. Disappointing times, as it did cost them top 8, unfortunately. But such is life, right? Saw the queue there. Yeah, we just wanted to grab something before we got on the flight because we were going to be waiting around for quite a while because we actually got to the airport earlier than we perhaps needed to. Yeah, I'm worried about this. Like Zabar down here on 7 points. Slima, well, Slima on 9. It's not the end of the world, but Zabar worry me. They should have had they could probably be winning this whole thing. Celtic, by the way, top of the group. Not bad. Offer any freebies? Not yet, actually. We haven't. No, good point. Bit more on the top. I don't know, Master Trams. I believe I've been asked this before, and I honestly genuinely don't know. I do believe that you just get points for qualification regardless. I don't believe it's a difference. I think they're changing it so that it is, but I don't believe it is now. Why was I at George's Park? I was filming some stuff with the other England guys for England's like socials. So as part of like England Gaming now, we're sort of like the FM team for them, which means that you get like content slots for each international break, so you can apply to film content with the players basically. So our liaison at England basically was like, right, I'm going to try and get us some slots for it basically, because he also runs like the Rocket League team and the FIFA team. So we got to do like an FM shoot with a couple of the England players on Tuesday, which is really cool, which is really, really awesome to be invited to do so, which is so sick. Incredible experience just to be able to even be asked to do things like that. What am I doing? Freebies, right, got it. My brain's gone. Actually, before we do, probably worth scouting the hell out of this guy. Oh, lovely. Hello, everyone. Pulled injury. Yeah. This guy's... Did we just sign him? Can't reach his keyboard. No, it wasn't Jordan. I can't tell you who, but you'll find out. It wasn't Jordan Pickford. But it was really fun. They were both lovely. As were the camera crew. Everyone was great. Just really fun to work with. Right. Yeah, I think we'll just sign him. It's not like he's super expensive. He seems perfect. Value that low. That is just because Colombia. Although what I will say is you're right. He does seem kind of low for a club like Junior FC. When we've paid like 2 million for some Colombian players before, it does make me wonder if maybe that potential isn't entirely legit. But even so, his attributes are good, right? So for the loan farm, 500,000 is more than fair, I would say. Like I said, Tim, yeah, I deleted that because I wasn't supposed to tell you who it was. So if we could not put that in chat. Yes, I know. That's my hope. I'm like, if we do this a lot, then we could potentially, you know, if I get a chance to do it again, maybe ESR has a banging season. I know where it's Tim. That's on me. Like, I wasn't aware of that at the time because they were like, oh, no, yeah, feel free to tell. Apparently, Aaron had been telling people for days that we were going down there, and I'd been keeping it stum from all you lot because I thought it was a big secret like the last time. But apparently, Aaron had just been telling everybody. Chances are they dropped out. There you go. Yeah, indeed. To be fair, we did have that happen, in fairness. It was weird because we were filming in this giant, like, AstroTurf pitch that's like one of the big 3G pitches inside. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. But, yeah. It was incredible. It was very cold in there, I must say, because it's this giant AstroTurf room, one of the domes, basically. Sick, though. Keep it all quiet. Yeah, I just didn't know that we weren't allowed to. It's always so tough with things because you just never quite know. Because obviously, a lot of the FIFA E stuff, the hilarious thing I found about the FIFA E one is that they basically announced that we were already in the tournament by putting it out on their socials, but we weren't allowed to acknowledge it because England wanted to do it officially. And apparently, FIFA E have a habit of doing this quite a lot. You'll tell them that, oh yeah, we're going to announce it on our own time and these times, and the FIFA will just release the information anyway. They've done the exact same thing with the Rocket League roster for the FIFA Rocket League World Cup too. It's hilarious because I was talking to our England guy about it, about them setting up, because we were shooting a promo for the Rocket League squad while we were there as well, because we're going to be in their promo too. It's really a fun little video, and yeah, our guy was just like, oh yeah, no, they've already posted it on their Instagram. It's like, brilliant. Hello, Pog.
How much you love me?
How much I love you. So lots? What have you done that's more than normal? You've been to Greg's? Yeah. Well, that's got to go in the fridge, bro. Thank you. Pog's just brought me a Greg's cheese and ham baguette. These things are like crack cocaine. David Coote's favourite. There you go.
I couldn't do the Santander thing.
You couldn't do the Santander thing? Why not?
Because we didn't sign. I think we had to sign the bottom. But also, they need you to be there. But if we just send it off ourselves.
That's fine.
But we'll just do the address change first.
Not a big deal. Sorry, we're trying to make add me to an account that we can use for specific bills for this new thing, just to make it a bit easier to dump money in. Otherwise, it's just a bit weird. Gregory's, yes.
I'll get you that as well.
Oh, and a coffee. I was going to say, where's my coffee? Lovely. I do love a Greg's baguette. I will say that I don't really rate Greg's that much, but they are relatively good prices, and that baguette is generally banging most of the time. Yeah, so basically, it's no, they're doing the Rocket League World Cup, which is really, really cool. It's just the weird crossover between us doing FM stuff and like the Rocket League guys, which is really cool. I don't really like their sausage rolls. I think their sausage rolls are overrated. I don't dislike them. I just think they're overrated. I think they are really cheap, which is awesome. But I think they're actually, as far as taste-wise, I think they're pretty mid for a sausage roll. But the cheapness definitely improves the rating for me. But I think they're a bit overrated. I feel like there are much better ones available, but they are more expensive. I find that I like a sausage roll to have a tiny little bit of spiciness about it, and I feel like the Greg's ones are just a little bit too plain. I feel like people hype them up a little bit too much, right? Packets are room temperature. Interesting. I prefer them hot just because it's sausages, isn't it? What's a proper bakery? Yeah, exactly. I mean, the local place that we get like coffee from, they do really solid sausage rolls. Classic sausage snob. Damn right, me. Right, let's we need like a standard. Oh no, we don't really. Or did we look this up last? Hang on, chat. Didn't we look this up last stream? No, we did this last stream, didn't we? I did, however, sign one of them. I totally forgot that we did do this last stream because we used it set to a year, didn't we? I did sign one. Would you like to guess who? It doesn't take much guessing. I've just clicked tactics, unfortunately, so give me a minute. Right, here we go. Oh, I actually signed two guys. But the first of which was Rob Dahl. I got Roald Dahl. He's coming in, 23-year-old Leeds United attacking midfielder on a free transfer. This guy might actually be usable because he's young. He's not like a 29-year-old guy that we're just bringing into flip. We could get some years out, and he likes big matches. Cultural relevance. They do, and I don't really understand. It always feels like unearned cultural relevance, but I'll take it. It's weird how some brands in the UK have got that kind of mythical status. I feel like Aldi's getting towards that now as well, which I'm not opposed, actually. Don't mind Aldi. Yeah, 5'4" BFG. Salt and pepper sauce roll. Yeah, I just need a little bit of extra flavour in there, right? To rolled. No reason not to at this stage, is there really? Do you know what? I'd be tempted to change it to Rolb. Because I keep the B in it. I kind of want to change his name to Rolb Dahl. Isn't an Argentinian? Not yet, but we're going to find his ancestors, potentially. It's the perfect normal role with nothing special about it. Agreed. Like, if we're using an active... For me... If we're treating it, if we're rating it on a scale of 1 to 10, where 5 is genuinely average and not like the way people review things these days, I'd say it's just above 5 in terms of its, if we're actually rating it properly, you know? 6'11" centre back. Yeah, I find that what happens in the lower leagues is even if they're tall, they don't get the elite stuff. Rolb Ball is having a strong. Joms Bombed is having a strong. Call the Bombulance. The load file video will just get released when it's done. I recorded a load of stuff for it yesterday. Part of me suspects I may have to re-record some bits for it, though, because I tried out a new recording method. And I'm pretty certain I had the camera set up wrong. But it was one of the things I'm going to have to move over to anyway, so I figured now is the time. I just want it to be right, you know? I don't want to release a video that I'm then going to have to make addendums for, so I want to make sure I get it right the first time, which is why it's taken a little bit longer. That and mostly the house stuff, honestly. Most of my days, I'm not finding a lot of time to actually work on work, which is obviously not ideal. Do the touching grass. Wait, what? Borough Market. Some of the best sausage rolls. Do you know, the Tesco's meal deal ones you used to be able to get, they probably still do them, are actually pretty solid for like a just random meal deal sausage roll. The best sausage roll, though, is hands down this random beach house place in this random town in Devon that I had one time. And it was sensational. Is Jack chatting shit again?
Time for the league. Let's go.
Fulham are bloody massive.
Yes! He knows. He's a man of taste. I always knew Jack was a man of taste. Except at the moment, he's a man of a leaky ceiling. Touch grass, the loan file video. Oh, that! Yeah, that's something I might have to get... Basically, I really want to do stuff like that, but I'm wondering if it's like, should I include that in this video or just get the video out with the information that people actually want? Town Devon. I can't remember. Honestly. I did go back there with Pog a couple of years ago. It's on my Instagram. But, if I could sell Anna Rose back to Inter again, that would be extremely funny. The fact that they paid... He is probably the biggest rip-off purchase I've managed to make another club do in this entire save. No one's even come close to that. 10.75 million for him? For a guy who literally, I could very clearly tell, was never going to play for us. And yet Inter were like, yeah, we'll give you an absolute bag for him. Google Maps. We did. We found it on stream, and I found a guy that... Because there was a woman in the photo on it that looked just like Pog. Basically, Pog just said... Wait, what? The Pog just texted me the phrase, the flexible one. But I'm assuming there's context here that I'm missing. 1 second. Un momento, por favor. Oh! Yeah, I think it's one of those things, Pog, where depending on how energy prices go, it's tough to know which one's better. Because if it's fixed, it means if the energy prices are good, they're fixed at good for a bit. But if they're flexible, but if they then go down in a way, you get fucked. It's kind of... I think you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, for the most part. No, the wage rise clause cap that I put in there only works for major senior international caps. I'd have thought fixed would be possibly, and it's slightly cheaper. I generally can't remember the name of the beach. We did find it, though. Yeah, sick. That's true, yeah. If you know it's fixed, then you can work out exactly what it should be as well, which is helpful. So I did tell you guys about this, where I was looking it up on Compare the Market, and the previous tenant had clearly been burning gas at an absolutely insane rate. Like, genuinely, his bills were 218% higher than the average of all his neighbours. Like, what on earth he was doing. You'll watch it. They're pretty close in terms of, like... What was it you sent me? Like, it's saying monthly estimate 140 on flex, and fixed is 132.67. But you don't really know until you're actually in there and see what the usage is like. Oh. He was cooking. Literally, he was cooking. There's got to be like hydroponics in there or something, right? Yeah, it's well, to be fair, Manatash, it said he had 5 stars, which dropped off a little bit, but actually, that's how we know. Look at his value. Bear in mind, with the value drop now, it's really being stingy about what... He's really good. Holy. He's so good. I like him. A live streaming chef, maybe. Talking an asshole all day. True, yeah, exactly. Sorry, it's been a while since we've done stuff like this chat. As you could tell. Let's see. No, we'll just leave that for the time being. Cool. Who's plays for Canadian youth teams regularly? Yeah, so basically, as long as they're not getting international caps, you're all right. It's only full senior international caps that count against it. Goodyear are playing PSG. Sweetie, I would say they have to be Juve, but even if they win, they're all right. Possible to heat on. Oh, I see. So basically, they've set the thermostat too high, and as a result, the gas central heating is constantly using gas to try to reach a temperature that it is literally not able to reach, and as a result, it's kind of like having it open the whole time. Yeah, that's cool, Pog. That makes sense. Luckily, that shan't be a problem with us, because I quite like it chill. I'm not a particularly warm... I run warm to begin with, so usually I'm actually trying to cool things down rather than warm them up. Work from home every day. I should hope you're not doing that at work, at least. Yeah, no, half, genuinely, would be really, really appreciated. Like, you're probably the most up-to-date person on this, given that you've literally just done all this stuff, which is useful. Like, as it happens, another of my mates is actually moving at almost the exact same time as me, but it's kind of a different scenario because he's moving to, well, a different part of Aberdeen. Idea for the players used to do affiliate clubs. So the affiliate club guys are basically just kind of like, you know when you've finished cooking or something and you want to scrape off some of the food from the bowl or whatever before you put it in the washing up, right? The affiliate club is essentially the bin that we put those scraps in when we can't find them loans, and the loans in this case would be the plates in our mouths and whatnot, right? They're the sort of scraps that can't actually find loans, so they go into the affiliate club hole, basically. However, I have struggled lately to actually be able to offer these guys out for loans because, yeah, in the video when I was trying to show this example yesterday, I was recording parts of it, I physically could not get it to select the players I wanted to the point where, literally, no matter how many players I selected or whatever, it would not let me do it for anybody, basically. It was incredibly infuriating. So I got rid of all, like, the appearances. So these guys have all played games, so I get rid of those. But I did literally everything I could think of, and it still wouldn't let me move someone. And obviously, it doesn't tell you who it is. 9% loans good. I don't think so. So like, if I try that now... Oh, it actually worked. That means someone who obviously found a loan then. Right, cool. We'll do offer out for these guys. Then once that's gone through, we'll do another set of... I mean, maybe we should wait till deadline day, actually. It's complaining that bill were enormous. Turned out they had it set to 28.29. Holy shit. That's so hot. Why would you want it set to that? To give you an idea, in this room right now, it is 22.2. Naturally, right? Because this room... And that, for me, is, if anything, slightly too warm. I like 21 for me feels like that's, like, okay. But I'm actually more than comfortable with lower than that. But 21 for me, I'm usually all right. What day do you want to play it? Does it matter? Oh, good draw, lads. Sweet, you get a dub, or a dubby draw. Good, you lose to PSG, but that was always likely to happen. Only narrow. Finish the season today. No, season will be finished on Sunday. Because we've got youth intake today, and I believe that I'll probably have to finish stream a little earlier anyway to go get the keys. Finish the season. Genuinely, I believe that Fulham have the... I said this a couple of streams ago. I think we can get into Europe. I think that people are still underestimating how good we actually are and how well we've played. Like, we deserve to be where we are on the table, but if you look at the underlying numbers and a lot of the more detailed stats and whatnot, and I like to rely on that sort of stuff sometimes, we are genuinely even supposed to be higher than that. We've underperformed our expected points by like 5 already, and despite how good we've been. I think there's one website I was looking at, I think it was Understat, that actually shows us as second, which is ridiculous, but genuinely mad. Yeah, Palace was great. We were great against City, and just on another day, we win that game easily, but that's football, right? If you can't finish, you can't score. Yeah, like, I'm a big fan of just putting a jumper on as well. Obviously, with a property like this, we would have to put the heating on sometimes just to make sure that you don't get, if by not having the heating on, you're more likely to get mold, I believe, and stuff like that as well, so... 13 oh, yeah, sometimes I'll wake up in the morning with the window open in this room and it'll be like 15 degrees, and I'm like, that's a little bit excessive. Day after I get paid. That's probably a good idea, Pog, actually, yeah. Because my paydays are like all over the shop. My paydays are like 5th of the month, 11th/12th of the month, except not yet because I haven't even sorted out my payment with my new network, and then Twitch is like 15th of the month. Ah, no worries, Wenty. There's no such thing as, bear in mind, chat, and this is a blanket statement. I was about to say something horrendous there. There is no such thing as too many questions. I like answering questions about FM and chatting with you a lot, like, so feel free. Sort of ratings, PA and CA report you look for players on live op. So it depends on what stage of your save you're at. So for us, if you're in the early stages of the save, or even like in the first 10 or so seasons, I would just go with 5-star, because you'll find so many players that are 5-star potential at that stage, because there'll be a lot more players relative to you that would be considered 5-star. At the stage we're at, obviously 5-star is great, but anyone who's really 4-star PA or above, I'm looking at, or at least scouting further to get a better idea of. And then with those guys, I obviously take a look at their profiles properly, because if they've got insane CA or insane attributes, then I'm just getting them anyway, even if they've not got the high end. 2 trains together. Yeah, I mean, train prices. Who'd have them, right? My train ticket for Tuesday was insane as well. Zabar going to beat Spurs? Well, I mean, maybe. Sleeper are the ones that I feel like are actually sleeping. We're sleeping on Sleeper at the moment. Let's see if we can channel a bit of Quantum Spursiness. So mental for talking utility, but hey, I'm here for it. We need that kind of energy in here. You're helping out. Big buttons on top right. They absolutely do, Jack, yes. But you've come to love it. I'm trying. We played a game and everything. Although admittedly we are still in that same week, so I must admit, I've not done my best there. Right, come on. Sleemer just lost 4-1 to Midget after all... For God's sake. Now, look, I know what you're thinking. Well, if we'd have just signed 10 years ago Alexander Benson, this might not have happened. Yeah, see what you've done there, Master Trap. Is it... Oh, God. Which means there's no way Zabar have done anything. What the fuck? That's actually an alright performance from them. 6-3. Losing that game 6-3 is an absolute joke. They've scored 3... Imagine if Spurs had conceded 3 goals away to at home to a Maltese team. Not a great day there for them. 1-1 at half-time. Yeah, that's a real problem, though, because that means that Sabar are now outside of the qualification spots. These guys literally should be up here. Sleemer are still in, just. Who are their last games, though? That's crucial. Please tell me they're at home, at least. PSV Eindhoven. Oh. Wait, where the fuck are... Oh, they're there. What? A draw might be enough. Sleemer, on the other hand. Host Legia Warsaw. I think they'll be okay. I think they might just make it, but that is concerned. If we lose both of them, we can pretty much call it on the year. 4-star PA, CA is 1-star. The CA is absolutely irrelevant. Because when you're looking for lone players, they're young players anyway. So their CA being insane, most of the time their CA is going to be shit, for the most part, comparatively speaking, because they are, by definition, young players. It's very rare that you find a fully developed young player. So what you're looking for is their PA and the youngsters. Got 2 teams in the Conference League. Oh, we don't. We have the one. We've got Hibernians in the Conference League. You have to send him home, unfortunately. All 5 in the Conference League. Oh, my goodness me. I don't think I've ever had 5. I think we had 4 in the Conference League once in this save. I think we had us in the big competition and everyone else in the Conference League. It was tremendous. Yeah, that was Europa. The Conference League hasn't changed because there aren't any Conference League games after Christmas until the knockout stage. Because that finishes before Christmas because they only have 6 games instead of 8. 95 million. No. Company Boy is definitely starting this next game for sure, yeah. Pagonza. They really do like a bit. Oh, here we go. Wow, actually, Gordon's gone. Hibernians came 10th in the end. They lost their last game, which was at home against Osijek, annoyingly. League to go to on loan. Well, if you're doing building a nation, then you're going to want to loan them to the league, to your country. So, yes, you very much do care. Wait. Oh, he's gone to... All right. Premier Challenge. Well, I don't... Most of the time, you don't get that choice. It's more about you go where... They'll go where they're able to go. For the most part, you're not going to have much of a choice in where they go. If you have two teams that are bidding on them at the same time, then crack on. You can decide where you want to go. At that point, I would prioritize the one with the most football. Because at the end of the day, them playing is what's going to actually have the biggest effect. But most of the time, you're not going to find yourself in the fortunate position of actually getting to pick where they go. Usually, you won't get more than one Maltese club bidding on them. Occasionally, you do. Like that the Javier one, we actually have bids from both Goodyear and Sweetie for him. So, Sweetie got a 2-2 draw against Juve, and Goodyear lost 1-0 at home against Paris Saint-Germain, which makes sense. Klaxvik. Winning Conference League? No way. It's insane. Figueroa rejected Dingley. I know. What a bastard. Does he not know where he ranks in our squad now? Silly Billy. Hello, Adrian. How's it going? Oh, yeah, I forgot. I keep thinking it's Tuesday. That's right. Yeah, my brain's a bit off kilter today. I keep thinking we're on a Tuesday. Because it's the first, stream of the week, per se. This is what I mean about the why on earth would you want to join Real Madrid at this stage? There we go. Good. There was a hilarious one as well where Otavio complained about wanting a new contract. So I told him that Hajaran had recently not wanted one, so he was a good lad. And then literally a week later, Hajaran came to me wanting a new contract, so I told him that Otavio had told him. It was brilliant. Busy with real work? What are you doing? Real work, indeed. Internet Cafe in Tokyo. That's dope. Are you on holiday, or do you actually live in Tokyo? We're finding out new things today, chat. That's what we do. This is where I'm just randomly streaming on a Friday. I did that once. That was the last time I did international duty, to be fair. Right. Okay, it's a few little Dingley loans. It's annoying that Alan Douglas is back. I really would like to find him one, but it has to be the right team. Like, Birkikara was a dreadful decision last year. Been there for 4 weeks? Oh, fair enough. It's a nice little holiday there. Change of address for the council tax. Yeah, that's... Hello, Pog.
So? Really came for the gas and electric. The previous tenants used Octopus as well, so I've had to bring them up because they haven't closed their account. And now... I've got to get our tenancy agreement, send it over to Octopus for a proof of liability that we're the new people and we're not liable for their money. We're not liable for their...
No, so we don't end up having to pay his fucking bill, particularly with what Bro was using on gas.
So I rang them up, but I've got to send them a copy of our tenancy agreement.
That's fine.
And then I'll ring them up once I've sent the email, and then I can sort it.
Okay.
It's one I thought would be easy.
Yeah, I know. That's how it goes, though. So, chat, essentially, if you've done a few Pogs, but basically, the previous tenant has forgotten to close his account.
No wonder it's a £200 fucking month.
He's just left the oven on.
He's left it on. The heating's on 300 degrees.
Lord Suhail, thank you very much for the tier 1, my friend.
It's an oven.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it? One thing at a time, and there's always going to be hiccups. It's just we roll with the punches.
But...
Yeah, I know.
That's what happens when you leave me to do...
Can he be helped? Yeah, don't spark a lighter when we get in there. Just the whole thing goes up in smoke. Seriously, though, lots of help. Thank you so much for the brand new tier 1. That's really, really nice of you. Take a meter reading. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, no, we'll look at the meter this afternoon when we get there. That's why we want to go up there. So, Melita are doing well. Right. Would you like to know... I'm so glad you bring that up, Viva. You're thinking to yourself, Melita, they're doing surprisingly well. They do have some good players, admittedly. So there is that worth noting. It's because their manager. I only noticed this yesterday. Melita's manager is Frederic Carpentier, who actually played for Sirens, but legitimately, genuinely was an actual player that we had that played games for us regularly in those first few seasons of the Save. So he is now, and he's an adventurous guy with wing play. So that's probably the reason they're doing so well. It's so cool. In addition, Isaac Panazzo keeps getting linked with jobs and never gets them, which is annoying. Really good about it. Yeah, they seem pretty good. Oh no, that's I'm very, very grateful, Lord Sahel. Please never feel like you have to. It's always just lovely having you here. Yeah, no, for sure. That was what I was going to do today anyway. But we just wanted to try and get as much of it sorted as possible because once we've got the utility stuff sorted, then it's much, much easier to deal with everything else. But that's like the crucial stuff that I'll sort out some liability insurance as well, but that's not that expensive anyway. But yeah, that's the reason they're doing quite so well, because he's actually killing it as their manager, which is just really cool. They do actually have Marcio Beda still there. Don't know how often he plays. He's mostly a substitute these days. And also the fact that he's got sprained ankle ligaments, which would probably not helping. I know, Pog, I really wish I could do it with you today. It's just that it just happens that we needed to get this stuff sorted today, and I simply couldn't. Oh, what was your regen, Ari? I'll just show you, because they've all retired now anyway. Unless they become a scout, potentially. Right. So that's that. Harry Saunders. Oh, of course, yes. So, unfortunately, Harry Saunders was one of the ones that, because he genned in Malta, it was almost impossible to get decent PA. Though you did have one good loan spell from Oratory Youth at one point, but then it was a case of just loaning you to as many clubs as possible. It's my thing. Harv just loves an argument. Tell you what, Pog, what you do, all you have to do is you just hand the phone to Harv. You briefly enjoy Gods of Football. Indeed, yeah. No, I can't leave chat alone for 2 streams. That's not... I don't know how you... Technically, they didn't have to cope during the World Cup, because I was technically still streaming during the World Cup. It was just not on my stream. My presence was still felt, though, which is the most important thing. Oh, but don't worry, Ari, because when we start the new save, I'll be going around and asking for... Sorry, no, you spawned at Balsan Youth, if I recall correctly. I wasn't letting anyone spawn at the club we managed just because of, like, potential cheaty stuff. I didn't want to be accused of it, basically. So, but you'll get another one for the next save as well. So... I'll send an email out through the Patreon thingy when we're ready to do that, and so you can either submit the same one again, or you can change it up a little bit if you want to. Trip to Ireland nearly burned Twitch. I know. Crazy times. You do. You've got the moats. But worry not about that for the moment. I'll put a message out through the Patreon system when that's like ready to go. Because at the moment we've got next season, and then looking forward. Mosa's got a lot of value. Oh, hang on. We must be getting pretty close to him finding out about his big matches now, right? I feel like that was January, wasn't it? Next year's save is going to be Wisła Krakow, provided FM25 comes out in a reasonable time frame. Yeah, we're going to do pre-gens again in OTI. Pre-gens, I like that. Let me just check Mosa. So I'll resubmit. I'll get you guys to resubmit them when the time is right. What I'll do is I'll send out a Patreon message basically, and then people can reply to that. That way it all stays in one big thing. So it's much easier for me to redo it. Right. Oh no, 15th of February. So we will find out today his big matches, but God, he's getting better, I tell you. Had a little dip here, but my God. He's got 13 goals this season. It's just Reynoso has actually had a really good year. He's got 22. Like 17 goals in the league for Reynoso this year. He's genuinely been doing tremendous. Pre-gens, regens, and degens in it. Now, a lot of these guys, I think, are just well beyond our reach. I'm not even sure why they're on here. You're on loan at Boca? Oh, you're on loan too. So, have you looked at council tax, Pog? Like, I can sort out liability insurance, because I need to check things like the locks to do that. Let's see. We had this like checklist of things we wanted to try to work through. Wow, some of these guys are not very good at all, are they? And you're at them. Noah Hubbard is a corner. He sounds like a face in the game as well, I gotta say. Jens make the game. Well, yeah. Another Bartos? No. Speaking of Bartos, what's his value looking like these days? He's holding value. So hang on a minute. I do believe my man has seemingly... Is that... Would we say that is a gain in PA? Not a gain, but like a reassessment of his PA. He's starting to look a little bit... Okay, he does have orange big matches, which is not ideal. But... I don't know. I think... Unless he does another sort of... Who was that guy? Miguel Torres, who had like 5-star PA for the longest time. Like all 5 yellow stars. And then just never really reached it. But I think this guy's got the personality. 22. Hey, ain't you never heard of a late developer, bruv? It's possible. Ches Wilshire was that Arsenal guy. We only really looked at him because of his name. Oh, there is literally... Oh, you're right. There is literally another Bartosz. Sorry, I thought you were just joking. It's an actual Bartosz. Wait, you're out of contract as well. We could just sign him, right? Moses' big matches hasn't come through yet. We're waiting. It's the 5th. We would actually. This is how we ended up here. Because he has his on the 15th of February. So youngster. It would cost us 50k, which is all right. He'll probably go for this if he's looking for a youngster. He'll probably take this one. He's a Bartosz of all time. I think at this rate, I'm worried that Bartosz might become a Bartosz of all time. Get you there, Carlos Gabriel, Hansley. Oh, I've been looking at this guy for ages. Has he actually got PA? No, but he's unflappable. Doesn't want large money. You know what? Fuck it. Why not? Blooming to a late developer. Not that I've seen. Because there's actually not that many late developers in the save at all. I think there was like out of the 90,000 players, there's like 170 if I recall. But what I would say is players that look like that guy that I just showed you, Bartosz, that have got loads of potential still according to the game. Because often what happens when they hit towards 22, 23, their potential and their CA seem to like combine and just become like one thing that just moves around. But it seems like those kind of the guys are the ones that might be open for it. As in, there is a chance that you could get it, provided they've not got it. But I don't remember seeing that sort of stuff on Jose Otavio particularly. We just suddenly got blindsided by it in a good way. You're probably on know from City, aren't you? Yeah. He's a little bit ridiculous. Oh my god. That dribbling is a little bit low, but he's incredibly good. But Manchester City, annoyingly. Julio Garin. Oh, Julio. Julio's a little bit spicy. 18. Solid attributes here. It's the 11 pace is going to really hold him back in the match engine, annoyingly. Yeah, I've almost £100 at that point. It feels a bit like an insult that I'd be better off just offering them nothing, right? The Heal Project. Thank you for the raid. How was stream? Oh, I didn't click him again. Castagnoli. He's at least faster, but he's just gone. I wish I could combine the two Boca guys, Garin and Castagnoli, and then we'd have one really workable player. Fouché. Wow, he had 5-star potential the last time I looked at him. Turkish League. I've never managed in the Turkish League, honestly. I'm a level with you. I've been scared to. Who are you managing in Turkey? Please go. Should you come play for now? Does he really? How old is he these days?
Oh, yes.
God, I'm so glad I didn't even attempt to go after this guy. He had 5-star PA, and I just kept scouting him, and I'm now very glad I did. In fact, I can remove him from the list, which is nice. Value's crazy high. Yeah, but that's because he's playing at non. French players in this save, even at the non-elite French sides, are still worth a shitload of money for whatever reason. The Heal Project, thank you for the follow. 0 foreign player rule. God, that sounds absolutely brutal. I would not be able to cope with that. Right, it's Hansel and Bennett. Squad player. Okay, never mind. You had your chance. You could have come here, but no.
It's good you came in summer. In winter, it can get very depressing.
What about a loan? Could I convince you to have a loan? Why is that not an option? Oh. What a good lad. That's even better. Kicks KFX. I'm sorry if I've said that incorrectly. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, I find that Nantes in this save have got a lot of money because their players just seem to be worth an absolute fortune, and they've gendered some ridiculously good talent as well, which has really helped them, I suppose. I don't think anyone new's joined the squad, so we should be okay. Release course for free. Is that new? I heard some stuff about being able to get players quite cheap a little while ago, but if this sounds like a new one, do go on, enlighten me. We're in the window right now, so feel free to tell me about that. I'm curious. I always like trying stuff like this out. A new bug? Oh god, that's a rarity. Go on, let's have a look. Enlighten me, chat. What's the process? We're on the 30th of January. See you later, Hadrian. Now I'm intrigued. Colomwani. Colomwani's an incredible player. And his cards on FIFA are annoying to come up against. Oh. No context about. Okay, if you're not going to tell me how to do it, then like I can't do a thing. If I can't. Basically what I'm saying is I'm lazy. If someone tells me how to do it, I'll happily try it out. But I'm not going to go hunting around the internet. Least of all to content stealers. Release course for free. Ah, here we go. Sorry, did someone say what it was? You inquire, then offer their release course straight away. I think. Okay, so let's have a little look. Oh, no worries, man. So, I don't know why I clicked on my squad as if I was going to... I need to just find a player that's got a release clause firstly, which shouldn't be too difficult. We're just looking at Spain. Oh, God. This squad... I'm actually not going to get bored of that. I think we've still got some Dingley guys going out, right? We'll just keep it goofy. Oh, you'll have to see it. Thought of the playoff final. My Fulham Evo team's starting to come together now because I've got Sander Berger in the Rodri one, which means I can finally get rid of Polinia and start having more Fulham players in the team again. Which is going to be dope because Calvin Bassey suits some quite nice Evos as well. Right, so inquiries and then cancelling. Let's just find a Spanish player. Find someone with a clause. Right, so we'll just look at Spanish players, basically. Or, no, sorry, not Spanish players, but players based in Spain. Trying to find the in-between. Sorry, buddies. Right, so... Hey, wasn't this that left back I quite like? Okay, cool. So this guy here. Evo. Evolutions in FIFA, basically. So, go to inquiry. So, like, make inquiry, yeah? So, make inquiry. Then go to the transfer tab like that. In here? Oh, and then offer 0 there. Oh, offer the release clause. 390. Wait, am I feel the game literally will not let me. I can't offer any more than his release clause is beyond the amount that I'm allowed to offer by the game. How's that work? Here's a £319 million release clause, and I'm not allowed to offer any. The game physically, can I type it in? But why won't it let me just put that as the price? What an absolutely ridiculous piece of design. So I offer that. Right. So I now go offer that, yeah? And then I cancel the inquiry. You said, hang on, someone said, but the thing said... Oh. Sorry. Right. Let's try it with a different player. Let's try it on Mr. Capone here. Let's try it on El Capone, which is what I would absolutely call him if we had him. Yeah, what if I want to offer 380 million? Right. Can inquire about profile. Inquire about player's wages, but wait, hang on. I thought it was make inquiry. Sorry, so am I inquiring about the agent, or am I inquiring about the inquiry? Because it says go to the player profile and click inquire about the player's wages. That's this button, right? So this one. Okay. So then I go to transfer status, and then what? Cancel transfer? So I cancel it now. Or then what? Now cancel inquiry. Okay, cool. And now I make an offer that's equal to the value of 114 million. There we go. So now I do that. And now it should be accept. And now I cancel this. One sec. What? I can't withdraw it. Or can I do it on his profile? And then cancel transfer. Sorry, it's because I've got 7 people telling me different instructions. Like, it's hard to follow instructions when I've got 7 people telling me this different things. I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do here. Like, I've tried a few different things. I'm sure it does work, but we'll just walk away from that. Like, the board of blocking that. To be fair, lads, I agree. Dearie me. Just imagine that you're trying to get instructions and there's like 10 different people all yelling the same telling different instructions to you. offer their release clause, make an inquiry. But I was just told to make an inquiry before the release clause. This is what I mean. Like, this is all conflicting information. If it's that much of a bug, then surely it has to be done in the correct order, right? That's what I'm getting confused about. Because you got one person saying offer the release clause, then you got another person saying offer the inquiry first, and it's like only one of those things can possibly be true. Anyway, we move. I'm sure it's the case. Either way, that's hilarious. How do you accidentally find... Actually, that does seem like the sort of thing that you could... Yeah, turn left at the next junction. But the roundabout's only got a right. Go to transfer tab and offer their release clause. They can offer cancel the inquiry. That's what I did initially, though. Whatever. I'm sure it works. I just can't be asked to try and do it at this stage. I'm bored of it already. But that does kind of suck that that's in the game. Right. This is why I can never fulfill... If I get frustrated building something, I'm just like, no! Toys out of the pram, you know? Let's see. So, with Pereira out, this is going to have to be a Reynoso type of job. Wait. No, I meant, not Reynoso, sorry, Crompy Wompy. Not going to get patched soon. No, but at the end of the day, stuff like that, I'm just like... He's like, okay, awesome. I still don't care that much. But, like, hey, if people want to do it, I guess that's the case. I believe you at this stage. I'm just not going to dwell more of the stream on it at this point. But, yeah, like, at the end of the day, they could patch it out. But, like, at this stage, why bother? Just don't use it, right? It is weird that it's in the game, and it does kind of suck that that's the thing that's managed to sneak through, but that's just how these bugs happen, right? But thank you for putting the video if anyone else is interested in chat. But yeah, like, when people are like, oh my god, I can't believe I haven't patched it, it's like, just don't do it. Like, it's a single player game. It's a bit like saying, god damn, I put these cheat codes into GTA and then I started cheating. How dare you allow this to happen? It's like, have you considered free will? Hajarowin... My assistant has started to put Via in the team over Hajarowin lately, and I'm not a fan of it. Although Hajarowin's numbers this season have been really, really poor. Like, concerningly poor. 5 goals and 3 assists for him is trash. When you consider the numbers he's put up in recent years, this is actually abysmal from him. And it does concern me slightly that he's kind of maxed himself out entirely. Yeah, it is a little bit, isn't it? Yeah. Like, what was this? So, since he's been starting regularly for us, which is actually now 4 years, holy shit. 17-7, 13-9, 16-4, but this year 5-3. Like, we need a little bit more. Much as we get exactly, yeah. I guess the reason you wouldn't do that is so that you could then like claim to your mates, hey, look, I did this without the editor, etc., etc. You know, this needs to be. Oh dear, exactly, yeah. I got sacked because I was doing poorly. This needs to be patched. We can't allow it. Why are you not supporting gamers that are crap at the game? It's like, literally get good. Or at least get average. Too many cooks. It was a too many cooks, yeah. Okay, Ben. Like, really? Jesus. Yeah, Ben, get good, innit? You tell him I said that. This manager would never. And I'm managing Spurs in matches that delay, so, you know, if there's something that can go wrong, it's me. Yeah, true, that's it. I reckon that's just like a... Do you think they have a button that they press on like a Stream Deck when someone submits a bug? And all it just says, this bug is occurring because you're using a custom database. Just problem solved, catch all. Who needs anything else? What other games we got going on today? So, Goodra away at Milan, never know. Hello, Pog. Latest update from the Pog. And Big Man, what's up? I mean, I can think of worse things. Car crashes, famine, war, pestilence.
So I've sorted the account and everything. We were on the fixed tariff. Right. I mute a minute because I'm going to say something. I know it's going to be.
So it turns out the previous tenant was literally using £250 a month in gas. £250 a month.
Like the gas was like the amount of gas used was like 39,000 or something.
39,000 units of gas a month.
And so based on that, so it's 200. So the lady said, obviously, we'll only pay for the amount of gas and electric we use, right?
Well, fucking yes. What am I going to pay for his gas?
Because I rang them up again. Because I rang them up about
who else's gas am I paying for?
I rang them up because of the account.
Yeah.
And then I rang them up once I'd sent through our tenancy agreement. And then I went into the account and they said £274. So I was like, oh my fuck!
Like, so legitimately.
Then I rang them up again, being like, bitch, I ain't paying $230.
Yeah, you sure next door wasn't using his meter as well?
Yeah, and then she goes, oh no, don't worry, we're only going to pay however much you use for that month. It's just it's a fixed, so it's just fixed. Like the price of the gas and electric is fixed for the next 12 months, so the price won't go up and down.
That's fine.
So then I was just like, so if I use £60 worth of gas and electric, I will only pay £60 worth of gas and £60. Yeah. She was like, yes. I was like, okay. So again.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, fair enough. Sorry about that, chap. Yeah, I mean, like, what was quite literally, what was bro doing that required him to be using £250 a month in gas?
That's just astonishing.
Didn't want to use the heat, so they had the hobs. Yeah, he just left the oven open. Although, admittedly, the oven is an electric oven, so that wouldn't have even mattered. Insanity.
So I said to him, that's double the price what I was quoted when I first did the account. I was livid.
Does the house have window? No, it's actually just this giant wall missing. Did he have reptiles? No pets in it. That's incredible. Was he
livid?
He's just incredible. Man just lived off like a constant supply of toast, but he was doing it on the grill, like my dad does. That's incredible.
Might be trying to off himself in the oven.
Well, yeah, indeed. Maybe that's why he moved out. Succeeded. Yeah, very strange. Yeah, but basically the reason I brought this up originally is because I went to look at gas prices and like all the electricity and stuff before, and I was presented with a bill like that, and I went, that can't be right. Basically, he's originally from the sun. Just wanted to feel comfortable.
I just couldn't believe it.
So strange. That scared the shit out of me. I was like, that doesn't seem right at all. But it's just because it was using the usage of that address initially. And that's, luckily, it did put the thing about them being 218%. Also, Goodyear beating Milan. That's awesome. That would get them both. Well, technically at the moment, just Goodyear, but still. Oh, hot dog. Ask him why. Oh, well, I mean, they wouldn't answer that anyway, because they won't tell us who it is or anything like that.
Yeah, they won't know.
That's not information we'll ever be able to get.
But also, the letting agents don't know anything about the utilities and stuff, because that's not on them.
Yeah, that's not to do with them. Yeah. Yeah, the electricity, I think, seemed fine.
The electricity was fine.
It was just that.
Considering he worked from home, the electricity was actually pretty reasonable.
But what was bro doing at home? Welding?
Like gas himself, man.
Oh, incredible. Just create his own gas giant. Yeah, the neighbour set up a firework too close. Oh. Find out his name and look him up. Yeah, I'll go dox him on stream. How about that?
Anyway, that's done.
Literally, first stream we get there. Yeah, it's just, I get raided by, like, the drugs people. Oh, gum. Thank you. Why is it going to use gas? I don't know. But yeah, little fun start to things. I love it. We're not even moved in yet, and we're already wondering who the hell the previous tenant... It's Aaron, isn't it? Get raided by the drugs... Yeah, you know, the drugs people, otherwise known as the police. The Rozzers. The old Bill. Probably fine. Yeah, it's straight. Oh, what a goal again! Ottavio, by the way, incredible. Hank Shrey. Jesus Christ. Ottavio just loves a banger. As soon as I have a goal, he scores. Yeah, GlaxoSmithKline are in. Honestly, if you didn't know they were a pharmaceutical company, you just think they were a law firm. Okay. That was a bad idea. As much as I want gum right now, I'm not going to chew gum while I'm streaming. Makes me sound like an idiot, and also the bodies will probably hear me chewing, and that's the last thing I want, so... Yeah, it's just a gas leak, and suddenly I'm just imagining... It's like that Reddit thread of the guy that thought he was leaving... that someone was in his house leaving postage notes for him. It turns out it was just him, and he had a gas leak. Oh. Yeah, if I've not got my drugs license on them, what's going to happen then? Perfect. Yeah, nothing bit of chewing for the nano jumper. Yeah, the house isn't actually there. It's just like a cardboard facade. Telegram. Oh god, what now? Yeah, so we just scored again. His 39,000 kilowatts of gas, or kilowatt hours of gas. The electric was 1,288 kilowatt hours. The gas was 39,000. Quite literally, what was bro doing? Napolitano, I know, he's really picked a poor choice there, hasn't he? Carbon monoxide leak. Yeah. Incredible, isn't it? Okay, it looks like we are actually genuinely going to go 8 for 8 here, by the way. Which will be the first time in the history of this save that we've ever managed to win 8 out of 8 Champions League games. And the most incredible thing about this, though, is that both Real Madrid and Barcelona are also going to go 8 for 8. Oh. Realised I placed out of gas. Was that what it was doing? It was creating her humour. No, what we goes, well, that's a good point, actually. We'll get a meter reading later. That's crazy. Just constantly boiling water. He was having a bath by boiling water on the hob, taking it upstairs, putting it in the bath, coming back down again and doing the same thing. Also bowling water. It's just a freezy. Jetro Django scored again. Oh. Hey, Aldo. I saw the player, and he signed for the new club on a 1-year contract only. Yes. I'm pretty certain we did that with MTK, and I can't remember. He had a bath in his whole test the entire time. Yeah, at this rate, Barcelona are going to come third, having gone 8 and 8 in the Champions League. We are currently 8 points clear of fourth. There's a gap. I don't think I've ever seen a gap of 8 points between third and fourth in the Champions League. Okay, plan here is this. Then we'll put Reynoso out wide. Wait, hang on. Sorry, what I've just done here is absolutely nothing. What I meant to do was to swap those two over and then replace him with Moser. There we go, got there in the end. Oh, dear. It's incredible, isn't it? Gas and electric bills. I haven't used 39,000 since November 2021 in a 3-bedroom detached. Yeah, indeed. Like, what was bro doing? But honestly, if we get in there and suddenly find that our bill does that too, then there will be questions, because that is different all of a sudden, because then we'll know that we're not using that much gas. It must be difficult, like a genuine challenge to use that amount of gas. You'd have to quite literally just leave things on. I'm just going to freshen the whole team up, I think, right? Why not? The rest of it's pretty much... I feel a bit bad for Maldonado, actually. But we'll get Salamander Silva on, otherwise he's just going to kick off again. I've been getting bids from Salamander Silva of like £30 million from Liverpool, which is always fun. The guy we spent 80 million on a year ago. 60% of one of the 20 rooms of the data set. Gudja back in front. Lacazar Hubanov. Oh my god, if Gudja win away at AC Milan, that would probably be maybe not quite enough to get them top 16, but it's pretty close. Oh, go on, third goal for us. There'd have to be a massive leak to the point where almost not the sort of leak that you wouldn't notice. Yeah, he accidentally put an extra 0 on the meter reading. Flat of a takeaway and her bill was like that. Turned out the takeaway had added a pipe from... Oh, no way. That's insane. Nice little bit of fraud in the afternoon there. Is the loft insulated? I think in order to lose that amount of... To have to use that amount of gas, the loft would have to be not be insulated, but sort of not have a roof on it. If you know what I mean. VR is wide of the post again. It's the sort of gas leak that you hear on the news because a house has exploded, right? You wouldn't be able to shut the door without it exploding. He wore it until it couldn't reach. Yeah, that's potentially a thing. The windows and doors are they're relatively new. They're relatively new. They're all like double glazed, from what I could see. All like good quality windows. Unlike the ones in this room, hilariously, which are single glazed and very old. It looked fine to me. Yeah, we just get his like refund of like 80 grand. Here's your housing deposit. Turns out it was just a rebate for some bloke's tax. Not tax, his Yeah, maybe he hired... Yeah, maybe there's actually a secret loft up there and everything's about to start leaking. Another game where we didn't allow a single shot on target. And you're right, PyXG. Nice. Probably the most nerdy thing I've ever thought about, but I'm glad you brought that to my attention, genuinely. Goodyear are But this is the thing. Goodyear have become the second best team in Malta. I thought it was going to happen when Kerwin Vargas came back, and it did to an extent. But the fact that now, since his replacement, who's even better, took over, they've become incredible. And now my internet's gone again. Fucking hell. Make sure the boiler temp's right. Yeah, no, I will. I might have to ask you about what stuff I need to specifically check, but yeah, I will do that. This is why I'm actually kind of glad I have the benefit of having chat, because the thing is, you guys as a collective bring a lot of expertise that I would not normally, as an average Joe, I need a Joe six-pack, ain't no six-pack going on here, have access to, and it's actually extremely helpful. Right. Bear in mind, the heating in this house is on or off. And those are your options, so if you wonder why I'm a little bit like confused, that's because that's the reason. It's like your options are on or off. Where's the water tank? I believe it's combi, yes. There's a thermostat in the hallway with a temperature number on it. Right, so we've just managed to win the Champions League group first time with 24 points. Real Madrid and Barcelona also got 24 points. Now, Man City could cut the gap a little bit, but I would really like it if they just didn't. And somehow, after all this, there's like an 8-point gap would be insane. I'll figure it out. I'll have a little look around later. So what's the last match day? So it's hammered away at Oh. Right. Yeah, never mind. England are about to get an absolute buttload of points here, aren't they? I can already feel it. Oof. Well, I was like, yeah, well, see, this is the thing. With the transfer glitch, everyone thinks they know how it works. Whereas with the heating and stuff like that, less, yeah, water meter. Where's for a wash? I actually don't know. I believe so, though, yes. Just be nice to actually have a shower. I haven't had a shower in 4 years, chat. Look, you're absolutely right, Backbus. Literally, the extremes of chat. Full adulting or asking to look up players called piss flaps. Or pit stop Andrew, for example. Sorry, Andrew. So, no, exactly. This is why it's great. This is why if any like tax stuff, I just ask Stewie. Stewie? Oh, what? Sorry? Why are you doing that? I mean, I guess they're taking Tony Ciani on loan. Or if they pay it, then fair. Oh, no, absolutely. Yorkshire, that's going to be the plan. I ain't about to not get my deposit back, etc. Right. Keys and no, not yet, Galazzo. We're getting them this afternoon. So after stream, which is why I probably have to finish a bit early, provided I can get to the youth intake day. I've got to get the keys. So I have to drive up to get the keys, and there has to be a specific window that I have to get them in. As a result, I can't be late, basically. So, which means I actually need to start doing stuff. Imagine. Attracting interest. There we go. That's quite a nice little set of play. Oh, Petrovic, go on. Good job. Okay, they're clearly... Oh, hang on. Surely not. Go on. Oh, I was hoping... Oh, he's wanted. Hibernians, we take that. Nice. Transfer... I don't know. I assume maybe they've just got someone better in that position now, and he's dropping off the pace a little bit. Or... No, they haven't had a new manager for a while, have they? So it's strange that they're doing that, but I guess if they get the 15 million at the end of it, it's not the end of the world, right? But it is an odd choice. God, I'd be glad when this window's open so I can turn off the under 21 squads and not have to have this horrendous amount of lag every time I try to load the squad screen. Like, look at this shit. This is actually mad. When there's not even that many players here anymore, which is the weirdest thing. It feels like this lag is getting worse and worse and worse, which is a little concerning. I mean, it's going to be worse next year, though, because, of course, with next year, when we get the full force of the financial collapse in next season, when all of a sudden it's going to be genuinely impossible for us to actually sell anybody for any kind of reasonable fees. Just see if we get any kind of bids on anyone useful here. Most of the good players have actually managed to find loans for already, so that's kind of Gucci. Nearly just took a bite out of my gum packet. Mars just look at... Oh, by the way, the last month at the second tier, Dingley were getting promoted, or was it Zuri? Yeah, chat, there's a real genuine chance now that Zuri could actually get promoted for the first time in this save. They are 7 points clear of Luto with 10 games to go. They're never going to win the league, obviously. Balzan have killed that with a plus 47 goal difference and they're unbeaten right now. But there is a very strong chance that Zuri could actually get promoted for the final season of the save. And I think that would be a really nice little touch if they actually were to get promoted. Yeah, Arur up in 8th spot, incredibly. How's our new boys in the 3rd tier doing? I mean, better than last season, right? Oh. Man United back in for Moser. 145 million. Good dog. Good God. Should have been Dingley. After all these years, it is crazy that it's Zuri and not Dingley that are actually the ones doing well. It seems strange to me that it's almost like they didn't need our players. Because we only have a couple of guys on loan at Zuri, but those are just ones that they've specifically requested. Yeah, NASCAR stayed up. They stayed up so much that they handed Joey Logano the title. They are admittedly on the cusp of relegation again, but it looks like it's actually going to be Sleemer that get relegated this year. Hilarious. There's been so many managerial changes in the league this year. It's actually crazy. Look. So from December, literally all of these from here down, this is just after last stream. So literally the second the stream pretty much finished, Nashar sat their manager. Then Sleemer sat their manager 4 days later. Then Zabar sat their manager. Then 7 days later, Sweetie sat their manager. And then Birkikara's manager went to Sweetie. And then Hibernian's manager, where did he go? He's now Birkikara. So it's absolute merry-go-round of managers. 178 million for Moser now. That's a good amount. Still not selling him, but it's a good amount. I just want to get to the 15th of February so we can find out how much he's actually worth. Here come the loan offers. 221 million for Maximiliano Moser. I just wanted to see if they'd take 375 million. Just for the memes. Oh, Hibernians are in. Lovely old job. Nothing there. Barcelona want Pagons. Jesus Christ. Norwich, no. Latrak, no. Valenhout, no. Golish, no. That's a disappointment. No, as far as I know, Hadrian still doesn't have a job unless he got one over the Christmas period and I missed it. Nope, still unemployed. Will he come back to us? He's been out of work now for 4 years. But he's still refusing to come back into our welcoming bosom. Hey, Sheza. That was a really disappointing one, actually. I was expecting more offers there, but it looks like that's just going to be a bit dead. Bartosz is in. United now want Reynoso. They've decided that they can't get Moses, so now they're after Reynoso. He's joining us in the summer, isn't he? I mean, if they'd actually offer me good money, then I'd be tempted. Well, I wouldn't be tempted. It's Reynoso. I feel this is his last real chance to flourish. I think next year could be a bit more difficult for him. Now they're after Pereira. United are just going through a list. We're going to use the Moser money on the Barca guy. Which Barca guy? Making Europe through winning the cup. It kind of is. It's like making Europe through winning the cup when you're in the second tier. Pretty much. Happy that you kept your promise. Nice. We like that. Yeah, these are all first teamers now, aren't they? It's just the entire first team. Look at these bids for Valenhout. Crazy. Literally, it's like, oh, you don't want that guy. What about the next guy? It's like that scene in Moneyball where they're just working through a list of players. They just happen to all be at the same club. Yeah, I don't know if you can quite afford him, the 319 million guy. Plus, was he a left back or something? Kind of wish we'd signed him when he was like 15 million pounds though. Because I think I remember highlighting him on stream and going, this guy's kind of good. And then I thinking to myself, oh, it's Barca and we can find another guy. Might be quite good. Hello, James. Another Asian video. Yeah, I'm going to. I am. It's in the pipeline, but there's just more important things right now than that. But I am going to be doing another one soon with Twitch chat. In fact, that's the plan for it anyway. After everyone, yeah, it clearly means that Man United are like desperate to sign a player for that specific role, and they're just not, bothered about who it is. It was really good, James. It was really, really fun. Really cool day. Very surreal being in a place like that, but it was so sick. I need to find a way to post that video. I'll send that. I need to send that video to Tom first. The one of him doing his presenting. Let's see. We had to wear like our full England garbs, but I was like, I'm going to be on a train for like 3 hours. I don't really want to get the train all the way up through like Leicester and stuff, or just all the way up through the Midlands wearing a full England tracksuit. I would look like such a wanker. So I was like, I'll wear like my trackies and my trainers and whatnot, and I'll put this jumper. I think it was literally this jumper over the top, and I'll change later. Aaron was just like, nah, full send, love it. It's pointless now, but what on earth is this? 200k comment. That's usually my fallback crowd out here, and it's usually correct as well, right? Poor decisions. Hang on. Not yet. Dan, but like, give it a chance, right? The agent video. Yeah, I liked it too, but the thing is, that took an awful long time to make, and if I was to do it again, I don't know what I would be adding that's any different, Shezza, to the last one. I'm not going to just make the same video again. I like to try to do something different. I have got an idea that's similar to that, though, which is where I essentially become an agent C and have like several players on the books through their entire careers over the course, like 10, 15 guys. That way there's always something going on. Just bit. I mean, they had better XG, but like it was a minor game. They still did pretty well, though, considering. This, on the other hand, oh my God, Man United just put 8 goals past Valencia. In the end, though, we still get the dub. And Michel Bizarma's the top scorer in the Champions League. Oh my God, what? Oh my God. Sorry, I just assumed that with the fact that Sweetie only had 4 points going into the last match day, in my head, I'm like, you need a minimum of 9. Sweetie, you've just qualified for the knockouts of the Champions League with 7 points. That is unbelievable. That win away at Anfield has just qualified them for the knockouts. Come on! Oh my God, Whittaker, thank you for the 33 months. That's insane. I've never seen a team get through with 7 points before. This might be the worst season to ever qualify. Let's find out. Let me move my camera. And not only that, both Hamren and Goodyear, despite only getting 12 and 13 points combined, okay, Hamren deserve it, both got top 16 as well. This is insane. Right, okay, so last year, 9 points minus 5. Year before, 9 points, 0. 9 points minus 3. 9 points is usually, occasionally you'll see an 8. So 8 points minus 9 is insanely bad for Galatasaray to get in. So it was Galatasaray there with, yeah, 8 minus 9. 8 minus 5, but it's still the other one. 8 minus 3, so still Galatasaray. 8 minus 6 is pretty bad as well. So it does happen occasionally on 8. But no 7s yet, right? 8 minus 2, 9 minus... 8 minus 7 is pretty bad again there from Roma. 8 minus 8 from Eintracht Frankfurt. I guess it's because we took all the points towards the top. Our sheer domination has really helped push the points down, it seems. 9 points, 9 again. 8 minus 7 again from Club Brugge. 8 minus 2. So there's a few 8s, actually. More than you'd think. 8 with a positive goal difference. All right. Yeah, there's no way there's a 7. Oh, there is a 7. Celtic got a 7. 7 minus 4, which is still not bad. There we go. So literally the very first season of the save when it moved to this format. But yeah, there you go. It's official. Sweetie with their... Oh, hang on. That's the wrong year. Yep, no, it's official. Sweetie, literally the worst team ever to qualify for the knockouts of the Champions League. Because when Celtic did it 28 years ago, they also had 7 points, but they had a better goal difference. The fact that Slavia also got in with 7 points is insane. It has to just be because there's been... you never have 3 teams on 24 points. That just never happens. Rarely ever do you get even 1 team on 24 points. In fact... Has there been... There have definitely been a couple of seasons. Yeah, there was one year. Arsenal got 24 one year. I wonder how many 24-point seasons... So, Man United have done it, so that's twice. So, I love shit like this. 2 in that year. So, 4 in total. 5. 6. Happens a lot at the start. 7. So, the fact is, a team has only got 24 points and gone perfect in the Champions League 7 times in this save. And we've had 3 teams do it in the same year. Could you do a I don't know what a CUA agent means. CUA. I'm afraid I have no idea what that word means. I'm assuming it's an abbreviation, but I just can't work out what it's an abbreviation of. Yeah, I've got nothing. But I'm curious. Choose your own adventure. Oh. But isn't that kind of just what... But that... Hang on. So... But then you're just controlling a player, aren't you, right? So isn't that kind of just what, like, Tom and Clates... Doesn't Clates do videos like that? I swear that almost exactly that, like, concept, right? I've seen something like that. Cover your own arse, innit? Yeah, sorry, I've never seen that written like that before. Yeah, what an insane year. Just genuinely awesome. Also... Good Lord. I need to make another agent video with Tom. We were supposed to do something like that back in February, but the things just got in the way. Because it was fun doing it last time. Yeah, that's incredible. I can't believe we've actually just had that happen. What a deadline day. That's insane. I just never even thought that that was a possibility. 60 million. Anyone else think that that's probably worth taking? 60 million for Pagonza, who doesn't even start for us. That's yeah, I think that's fine. We paid 11 million for him. He's 24, but the one thing he doesn't have... Bidding war with 45 minutes to go, it's not likely to happen. Like, he's got 7 caps for Argentina already. Fair. Holy shit. Alright, we'll take that. Oh. Wait, what? So why did they bid then? Usually they don't bid unless they know they can complete the deal. Oh well. No biggie. It's Liverpool that have missed out. To be fair, I can see why they maybe thought, you know what, we need a centre-back. Having just lost 2-1 at home to Sweetie. Sweetie, this isn't the first time that Sweetie have won at Anfield, is it? They've done this like at least once before. That's going to be great for points, though. This is back-to-back seasons now with multi-sides doing well. I don't think it's quite as many points as we had last year in total, though. 25 between them, so it's actually only one worse. So last year it was 33 points combined of these 3 teams. This year it's 32. So actually, they've kind of trod water a little bit. But Sweetie should have done better this year. They actually should have. They lost at home to Marseille, but then they go and win at Anfield, which admittedly does drop Liverpool into the bottom half, which means that there's almost guaranteed that Liverpool are going to play Hamren or Gudja. Like, best case scenario here is that Hamren and Gudja get Zagreb and Slavia Prague, maybe Shakhtar. Sweetie, the best case scenario for them is, I guess, Marseille and Prey. Yeah, you've got to do better, Sweetie. Okay, I mean, Thursday now is set up perfectly for us to hopefully get 2 more teams through. This could actually turn into a good year out of nowhere. Well, the Champions League. Yeah, we've won 5 Champions Leagues. We've won in this save so far. In fact, it's probably better if I just show you like this. It's more like striking. So once we got to the final here, we won back-to-back, then we lost in the semis at this one, in fact. Then we won it again here. Then we lost in the final, then we've won it 2 more times. So the last 7 years have either been us or Man United. No one other than us or Man United has won it in the last 7 years. And I honestly don't know if that's going to change this year. Because we know for a fact that if we come up against the Iberian side, we've got their number. So if it's Real Madrid or Barca in the final, they're cooked. Like, we always seem to manage to deal with them so easily. Every single final with one has been against an Iberian team. I would like that to kind of continue. Although I wouldn't mind one last final against Manchester United to go off. Wow. Second highest spending league in the world. And also the highest spending club in the world now. We have, yeah, we've lost... Is it 3 finals? I thought it was 2. We lost... Yeah, we've lost 2 finals to Man United. The 2 finals we've been in that we've lost are both into Man United. That one there was one we didn't get to. This one here. I don't know where we finished that year. I think it was semis. Yeah, Krastev retired. I was surprised he was still going, to be fair. Don't have enough channel points to troll me. Well, that is just a travesty, Don. May I have some more? What is this, Oliver Twist? I don't know if I can't give them out, other than my bets. We just played the last Champions League game for a little while. We do have another Champions League game today when we get our draw. Right, Thursday, come on. Sleema win. That's massive. The question is, did Zabar? Fuck. I think Zabar have just missed out. Are you kidding me? Let me guess, they were the better side again and lost. 2.3 XG. I mean, they weren't actually in this case. They missed a penalty. The fact that Zabar have managed to not qualify for the knockouts of the Europa League here with the stats that they've been putting up in virtually every game is criminal. That is insane. Admittedly, Trevena Zvezda were actually even worse than them in some ways. They had 22.9 XG. Managed 40 goals, but they just kept losing games. They should have won their first 4 games of the Europa League and lost them all. Oh, dear. So that's average. Sorry, Pog, I feel like we've missed a trick here. What? Incredible. Wait, Zabar missed a penalty as well. just FM in it. Like, this kind of... Oh, mate. They should have won that. Gas and electric. Yeah, but hang on. What's average on gas and electric? You can't say that's average whilst not providing a number that is... Yeah. Yeah, if Sabara missed it as well, that would have been hideous. I can't believe they've not qualified. Like, their games... We won't be able to see because it removes their, like, XG so easy. As if it's actually reset this. I haven't even loaded versus mode. £240, but it's not, is it? Like, it literally isn't. Because... Yeah. Like, that is just literally not the case because... Yeah, that's simply not true. It's not too... Average gas electricity is not £250 a month. As is evidenced by the fact that quite literally on the website when we looked it up, the reason I thought it was weird is because it literally said that this house was using 218% more than its neighbours. Yeah, got Dinner's the top scorer, and boy is he eating. Yeah, it was these games here. They were the better side against Sporting, lost. Better side against Legia actually got the dub. Oh, it was the Ferencvaros one. Oh no, it was these two. It was Lask and Srevena. These two games here are the ones that cost them badly. The horse kind of conversion starter. Wait, what? Sorry, what? Context. Yeah, there's no way that that's average, Pog. As is the clearest, because it literally told me that it was 280% above average. Family of 5. Yeah, exactly. In a 2-bed, semi-detached. I don't think we need to actually change the squad, do we, really? It's the exact same players. Because we've not really signed anyone new other than that guy who weirdly hasn't... Oh, no, I put him in the squad. That's why he's not complained. Gee, why isn't that guy complaining? It's almost like I put him in the team. Right, coefficients. 14.5 is actually pretty solid. We might have a chance of catching Italy if they had a little bit of a fall-off. What are France up to? They're having a bit of a better year. Was calling Zabar out for Big Bang average. Papa Murph just putting the boot in on Zabar. Don't blame him. They have been woeful. This would never have happened if Hadrian was manager. I can say that, you see, chat, because he's not here. Who is actually managing Zabar these days? Luke Grech. Oh, the former Nash Ireland manager. Right. Why? There's a proper, like, incestuousness amongst the Maltese top flight clubs and their managerial choices. It's a proper merry-go-round. It does quite a good job at mimicking that, actually. Yeah, I want to know what a horse conversion is. What am I converting a horse into? Any advice for a first timer? The most important thing, genuinely, is just to have fun. Are you thinking of streaming FM or like any other games? Because obviously I'm very specific to what I do. Replace the hooves with monster truck wheels. I think I just spat snot everywhere. The most important thing, Tactic Steven, is to try to stream as if you're streaming to 1,000 people, no matter what. Like, I know it's difficult at first because, like, it feels unnatural talking when there's no one else in the room, right? And that will take a little while to get over. Like, I was maybe a little bit more natural at it just because I've been doing YouTube videos for such a long time already. But yeah, it sounds stupid. But like I said, if you do need anything specific, though, please feel free to like DM me on any platform and I'll do my best to get back to you and help you out in any way I can, be it technical advice or whatever. Just say they start in the middle of a conversation at the start and expect you to know what they mean. Yeah, exactly. It's like you come in halfway through and they're like, have you not caught up yet? 7 years. Oh, okay, fair enough then, yeah. This should be a relatively simple transition then, yeah? No converting of horses. Oh. Well, that's ruthless and annoying. How have we gone from having... We at one point played like 2 games more than everybody else. Now they've all caught up again, the bastards. There is a real chance that Melita could end up in the Champions League next year, which we really don't want. There's also a chance that Sweetie could end up in no form of European football next year, which could be even worse, given the way that they've played this season. Actually, they've been quite bad this season too. The Hooflers, yeah. What you do basically is you just keep repeating the phrase, and he was wanking in the shower, every time a new chatter comes in, and then profit, pretty much. No, we're not doing that. Oh, I really want to just burn through so we can get to that time. It's... Do you know what? Fuck it. Let's try this out with Reynoso off the right instead. Yes, sorry, that was right at the start of the stream. Javier has gone to Sweetie United on loan, and Björklund's gone to Hamren on loan. I got some really, really big loans out. And Noe Tandler, the really incredible young midfielder from Basel that we signed, he's gone to Sweetie on loan. For some reason, I was basically just doing some offer outs so that I could show it in a video. for the Lone Farm video I'm building and putting together little clips for, and it just went way better than I could have ever expected. It was crazy. Right, that'll probably be okay for this. I feel a bit sorry for Nicholas Taboas, but he is an overpriced tat, so there is that. Right, okay, I'm going to have a quick pee break. We're back in a moment with a Beppis, and hopefully some dubs. Back in a second, friendos. We move. It was Storlis Stensor, whatever his name is. Also, Lynn, I've pierced my foot on a spike. Brilliant. Absolute scenes. One day I'm going to run out of footballs, and then what will we do? Play version. That's really cool, actually, Stephen. I think a few people have done sort of similar, not similar stuff. There was the guy that did all the Python scouting stuff, which was kind of interesting. It wasn't really for me, but I thought it was an interesting concept at least. Yeah, let's try this out. See what Moser could be like through the middle with Reynoso off the right. Have a listen. Yeah, at that point, once we've done all the foreign players, we'll just go straight to all the non-foreign players. POV, you're me managing in Italy. Right. 3-1, Reynoso and Moser. Oh, okay, they're linking up nicely here. Don't mind a bit of that. Put it there. How exactly is he going about it? Because I know it's like a 2-hour video, so... Hello, Tommy. Well, that's good to see that these two actually can link up like that. They're still underperforming our XG, but the dub is there. Also, we've conceded 9 goals this season now, but in our first 14 games of the year, we conceded twice, which is really annoying that we've actually got worse defensively since then. We kept 12 clean sheets in our first 14 games. Just peeing a little bottle. That's true, yeah. Or I just make up footballers and you'll never know. Yeah, we just do old regens and I have to make Wikipedia articles for them. That would be tough. Show the touch relative to others in their position. Okay, cool. Fair enough. Yeah, those two are linking up quite nicely there. Maybe this is just a new lease of life. This would maybe allow us to get them both into the squad a little bit at the moment. Moneyball actually is. I mean, I understand what Moneyball is. It's just always a much more difficult thing to apply to football because Moneyball in baseball was a concept called, was it sabermetrics? Which was, they were essentially trying to find, in baseball, they were trying to get on-base percentage, basically, and trying to make up the differences in aggregate because it was the Oakland A's that lost. I'm not explaining this very well. Basically, the book is really good. Michael Lewis's book, Moneyball, is really, really interesting. I would highly recommend it as a read. It's just a really interesting read. And the movie is actually really enjoyable as well. There's some absolutely iconic scenes in that movie. But I feel like in football, it's harder to predict because baseball it's more static in places. It's, I think, easier to interpret the data in baseball, whereas football, I feel like, is too dynamic to be entirely able to be done through Moneyball. Like, advanced analytics, though, are definitely helping football, for sure, but I don't think it's quite as easy to do as it was in, yeah. So what the things they were looking for is undervalued players. So in baseball, it was things like, well, for example, Scott Hatterberg was the pitcher that used to, no, the guy who they retrained, wasn't it? There was a pitcher as well that threw really funny, and as a result, teams didn't value his ability to get strikes because of the way that he threw the ball, even though his numbers were actually really good, for example. So they took up, and as a result, they were able to get him cheaper on a lower contract. I forget what the dealio with Scott Hatterberg was. I think it was because he'd had that rotator cuff injury or something. Or something like that. The catch and they moved to first base, that was Hatterberg, yes, of course. So I haven't watched now you're making me want to watch Moneyball. I might ask Pog if we can watch Moneyball later. We watched Good Morning Vietnam. We were on like an old Robin Williams kick over the last week. So we watched like, I'd never seen half of these films. Obviously, I've seen Mrs. Doubtfire. We watched that. But then we watched like, oh no way, they actually got Goodyear. Goodyear got Dinamo Zagreb, chat. They might actually have a shot here. We watched like Good Will Hunting and oh fuck, what's the other one that's very similar to that? It's actually yeah, Good Will Hunting and Dead Poets Society. And then last night we watched Good Morning Vietnam, which I'd never seen before. Good Will Hunting is brilliant, and so is Dead Poets Society. I fully understand like why they were so popular. Yeah, Masters, hang on, they haven't scored in 10 games. Really? Flubber is quality as well. I can't get past Flubber. But we had to get a bit of Mrs. Doubtfire in this. This is literally one of the films that Pog and I quote. Ah, shit, Don, I missed that look up. Could you put the link in chat again, Don? Because I can't click the link from... Oh, hang on, maybe, I might be able to. Hang on. I could copy the link from the thing. Maybe it'll work. Yes! Nice. You got an icon... What now, Pog? Yes, Pog. Pog's got new things.
Gas, man. Right. So I rang Octopus again.
Okay.
Because that £200 wasn't sitting right with me.
Which £200?
Because I was going to get charged £235 a fucking month instead of direct debit.
But
so I rang
how?
them.
How can you get charged for it? We haven't used any gas yet.
No, she said, like, this woman was really good. I really liked her. She was nice. Right? She understood what I was trying to say, everything.
Right, okay.
Just kisses to her.
Right, yep.
Right?
I'm going to play some FM in the meantime, chat.
So I said, look, so we're going into a rented property, and it says my direct debit is going to be £200 and something a month based on the previous tenant's usage. And she was just like, no, that isn't correct. That's not right at all. That's ridiculous. I was like, and I'm a bit worried because we haven't budgeted for that amount, right? And she was like, that's totally fair. Like, we just wanted to tell you first of all, we haven't billed you for anything. We haven't charged you for anything. Just get that out of your head, basically. And then she says, "How I could change your direct debit? How much do you think How much do you reckon you'll use? Right?
How would we know that information? We don't live in the house.
How much have you budgeted for? Right? And I said, well, £135 is probably probably the reasonable amount that we're going to be using.
That was their quote.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was their quote. So that's what I based it on. So she's changed it. So it's £135 direct debit over the 27th of each month.
But if it's not correct, then we just pay the overage. But I'm not going to give them £200 a month.
No, no. If it isn't enough money, you can just change it. But yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, if we don't use that amount, the account will just be in credit.
That's fine.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah.
Fair enough.
I feel better now.
Babies were born with a lot of hair. To be fair, I think I would have had to have been born with a lot of hair just with the sheer amount of hair I have. But it's literally, I'm not a particularly hairy man as far as body hair is. Just my head and face, really, and my legs, I guess. I'm like a completely hairless chest and back and all that kind of jazz, which is weird considering how hirsute I am for the most part. I would look at that Master Schlock thing as well because I said they were going to be shit. It's very dense, like super dense. I've just had it thinned out as well when I went to see my hairdresser yesterday, but it is incredibly like thick and dense, which can be a problem, but also can be quite nice because it means it stands up on its own. I don't have to use as much product in it, which is kind of nice. I mean, I'm pretty grateful for it. So let's look at Master Schlock a little bit. Oh, now that's a schedule. Nah, fair one. Bye, Pog. Is some... No, would you say anyway? Yeah, exactly. But I wasn't going to start giving them 200 quid a month and just putting like the account nearly double the amount in credit every month, because it's just money that could be spent on, you know, the water bill or the internet, etc. I know they actually won their first game, got 5 points, and they just haven't won since. I don't know what changed. I mean, you could argue what changed after Nashar. That's incredible. Wonder what they're like on like advanced stats in terms of their XG. They must have had chances in these games, right? They've only underperformed their XG by 1. Which makes me wonder how. Sorry. How is that possible when they've... Am I missing something here? So they got... So they scored 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then just didn't bother making any chances at all, apparently. They must be getting like 0.1 XG a game. No, I was trying to work out, like, they scored 9 goals in their first 8 games, and then have scored no goals in their last 10 games. And 9 goals in 8 games isn't that many either. Good God. I mean, I did say in the last recap video that prepare for Masterslock to have one of the worst seasons you've ever seen. And if it wasn't for those 2 games that they got at the start of the season... I mean, yeah. Do you know what? If that was a water slide, I'm going down it. I'm just saying, whee! Oh, I love it. They didn't hit rock bottom till match day 9, but boy, oh boy, have they stayed there. They've pretty much... This game here was the last one they scored in, which was losing to Gazeta United. Wow. Your graph of my new house's gas prices. Oh, Lord. Incredible. That's... I wish we could see their XG from the last game specifically, but I don't think it saves it. Or does it? Hang on, I'll be able to find out by... Oh, no. Tell a lie, we can see it. Oh, wait. Weirdly, it's got the cup, but then no league... Okay, here we go. We can see their last few league games here. So they created 0.86 and didn't score. Then they created none. Then they created 0.1. In 2 games, they had a grand total of 0.01 XG. Then lost 4-0, where they had 0.1. So that's what, 0.16. Then they had some chances. Loads of chances actually didn't score. Then, again, loads of chances didn't score. Then back to being shit again. Then still being shit. Wow. Yeah, they went 3 games without a shot on target and had 0.16 XG. Good Lord. I told you they were going to do appallingly this year. Is soup something you eat or drink? I feel like it's still technically a drink, right? Because even if you're eating it with a spoon, it's still a drink. What else do you need to... I don't know, Pog. I would say yes. But it does have its own little sort of... yeah. Oh, my God. I guess the viscosity of the soup definitely does form a... Oh, God, not another one. Another one? We've had a lot of left-back injuries this season. Oh, dear. Oh, Chad Bradford. Let's find Chad. Avoid Chad chat. I've been told. No Chad Bradford. Speaking of Chads, Pog and I watched that film My Old Ass a couple of days ago. The one with Aubrey Plaza in it. Actually, relatively solid. As usually happened. Yes. Sweet United won at Anfield, and we went, wow, that's an incredible result that doesn't matter because they're never going to qualify. And then we went to the league table, and they somehow qualified for the knockouts in 24th place with 7 points, which we just didn't assume was even possible. In addition, we won the Champions League group stage with 24 points, won every game. Real Madrid and Barcelona also won every game. So there was 3 teams tied at the top on 24 points. Absolute madness. Yogurt is a drink then. But I think, the yogurt's viscosity is higher. Yogurt is more viscous than soup. I think it all comes down to viscosity. In 1995, they had Renault Twingos in 1995. Holy shit. For some reason, in my head, it feels like a more recent car than that. It literally is coming up Malthouse right now. Like, actually, the one thing that isn't is Zabar. They ballsed it up in the Europa League. Is Cavonia a drink? Well, if you're brave enough, right? So, Sweet are playing Atletico. Hammered are playing Liverpool. I need to tell Viking he's going to be getting a £50 credit on his bill because he gave me his Octopus referral code. I was like, if I'm going to be using them anyway, I might as well see if any of my mates have them. I think we can still blame Hadrian. I was saying that maybe they'd have done better if he was in charge, but I've decided you're right. Yes, actually, we shall blame him. I think that's... So you could apply that to anything, really, couldn't you, in a way? Because, like, it's a social construct. I hate that phrase, but it is. Which you couldn't mention. So, yeah, actually, both things, Ragnarok. Getting the keys to the house this afternoon, literally after stream. So that's done. And the thing I couldn't mention, turns out I was allowed to mention, I just didn't realise that. And so, basically, I was doing international duty with England. I was filming some content at the England training ground with, obviously, Jack and Tom and Aaron, and then a couple of England players. Gudra at Zaga is winnable. Sweetie versus Atletico, you never know, right? Biggest sell was, I think, it's still Quasi. Unfortunately, he's retired now. Except there's a second Quasi Awua has hit the save. It wasn't. It was actually more than that. The game just likes to do stuff like that. But it was 126 million, I believe, was Quasi Awua to Manchester City. Oh, it was so cool to see the training ground. It's an incredible facility. There's so many withdrawals. They've called up us. I thought, yeah, so it turns out, Ragnarok, I didn't realise that I was allowed to talk about it, basically. But it turns out both Jack and Aaron had been going on about it the entire time. So, yeah. But that's what it was. I'm going to try this again, just to see. Plus, giving Moses some extra football can never be a bad thing. Have a look at Prem history. I have no reason to, particularly. But we have, like, a lookups for stuff like that. But it's not going to be very interesting, let's put it that way. I've been a couple of months now of my international athleteness. I mean, you just get to do these things now since I'm an internationally capped athlete and whatnot. Yeah, exactly. I don't think there actually was an embargo. I think the only thing they didn't want us was say which players it was, but... wait, VR? No, we want my boy Hajarwin, who still doesn't have a particularly good set of numbers right now. Yeah, Pog's she's I was going to call her a... Pag doesn't even work. Won any titles? Yeah, sure, then do a look up. We've got things to do at the moment with, like, progression of the save, because we have to make sure we get the youth intake done today before I go, because I have to leave a little bit earlier today. 4-1 dub. Pereira. Reynoso struggled a bit in this game, I must say. Pereira come off the bench and clearly did a good job. Wagpog him! Perfect. Spent the first scandal land. Oh, I mean, I'm a scandalous man, what can I say? I like to keep my scandals to a minimum, but maybe I'll just keep you on your toes. Just drop the occasional racial slur or something, you know? Wag at him. It does. Hajaran is not having a season, is he? Speaking of, the one player that could potentially take his spot next year, how's he getting on out on loan? Not going to click the wrong one this time. He's played 24 games and he's got 6 goals and 4 assists. So he's actually doing okay. Although, to be fair, I think there's a really strong chance that next year Hajaran might take a backseat to Rob Dahl. Potentially, anyway. Would that be Big Fog M? Oh, I see. Princess Pog of the sofa. Goodness me. Princess Pog of the crisps, more like. Original Twingo. No, I haven't. No, I kind of want to, too. Don't tell her pipe. Clears up McDonald's for like... To be fair, that was kind of just us on Tuesday. Solid McDonald's, what can I say? Oh, we're into that nice bit there now, too, which is good. Oh, I do remember seeing these. It is truly hideous, and I love it. Its hideousness makes it more endearing, but... Is he still scoring? How's his season looking up? Oh, God, he's good. He really is the Zhong Dong Suck replacement now. This is why they had better get back into Europe. I think they will now, but it does worry me that they're performing so poorly with arguably the second best squad or third best squad in the league. Goodyear, on the other hand. Goodyear clear. Their new manager is crushing it. I keep getting a lot of reports about this guy. Wait, what? Didn't you turn down a loan? Well, I love that there's a... It's annoying that there doesn't appear to be an option here that says no one wants you. Like, no one bid on you. Also, highly influential player. Oh, under 23. That doesn't count. Yeah, enjoy. Get on with yourself. Weirdness. It's like casual. It's just me every time I look in the mirror. Uh-oh. Is the ultimate Zuri bottle job about to happen? Digley have bottled it massively. Zuri was 7 points clear with 10 to go, but now it's down to 4. I think they bottle it. Yeah, indeed. You didn't sell me. I request you sell me as a response to this. We've tried absolutely nothing and we're all out of ideas. Man United identify Moses as a primary target. I love this so much. Man United are believed to be ready to discuss deals on a term which could end up being worth £58 million. Meanwhile, player is worth £220 million. Like
getting close to those 2 years.
Yes.
Was that COVID time? I think so.
I don't know. It would have been late 2022. By that point, I think people are kind of over it. You know? Thank you, though, for the 22 months. Holy shit. They literally just bid 200 million on him. And yet they're like, it could be worth up to 58 million. That's the game, basically, laying the groundwork for it to screw up our values, basically. Yeah, wants to leave because he wants a new deal. He doesn't care who gives it to him. Moser will probably be worth 15 million in the summer at a push. Right, Sweetie versus Atletico. First Champions League game up. Come on, lads. I think it's unlikely, but they might grab a draw or something just to add some extra points in or something. Damn, good result for you guys. Oh... Sorry, what? Sweetie United 1, Atletico Madrid 0. Nelson Gonzalez in the 91st minute gives Sweetie the dub over Atletico. Watch Sweetie go and win the Champions League now. Incredible. They have no right to be in this round at all, but they're here, and in front of 8,400 people, they've somehow pulled off a dub against Atletico. A draw away, and they can actually progress. It's not happening. Watch Gudja now lose to Zagreb. 4.8 minutes, something like that, yeah. I can't believe they actually did that. It's more coefficient points for us too, which is delightful. Which presumably, because we've still got... So, Gudja away at Dinamo Zagreb. Just don't balls up the away leg. The keys are available. Cool, but we can't go until... Yeah. It's good to know that we can get them a little bit early, but yeah. Whenever we're ready. Okay, cool. I'm still going to finish... Basically, we're going to go to the youth intake today like we always do. Which is on the 9th of March, usually. Oh, get in! Ben Musa with the goal... Gudja with the 1-0 victory away from home. They should have done better than that, but they've got the dub, and it's away from home, which is amazing. 2 dubs. The league is currently ranked 4th, but it varies. Like, we've been obviously as high as 2nd. Currently we're 4th, but on the year we're doing continually well. This is the guy that they bought off Hamren, isn't it? Oh, sorry, no. They bought off of Sao Paulo, who Hamren made a massive loss on in 1 year. That's a great result, though, for us. I would say this is a much better result. Inter are just generally tougher, right? It's a youth-only save. At least you got lots of money for contracts, right? What a brilliant day. We do have teams in the Thursday fixtures as well, I believe. Julio Ondo, which is just a fun... Wait. Ooh. He's Equato Guinean. Love that. Oh, he's already an internet. Fun. He's fun. I like him. Equato Guinean International. Napoleon Vatis as well. Amazing name. Clearly a terrible player, but Napoleon Vatis is just a spectacularly lovely name. We lost to Arsenal there, but Weitner's actually played really well. This was our star man. He's actually holding a bit of value. God, even his value's gone as well. Dope. Right, Thursday games. We'll check the coefficients after the Thursday fixtures. Tomorrow's stream, that well-known Friday stream will be in a new room. No. So basically, we're planning to do the majority of the moving stuff next weekend. So for the time being, nothing will really change. Obviously, I'll take next weekend off to do so. But even then, yeah, I still want to scout him a little bit, but should I? Fuck it, we'll just get him. No real reason to scout him when he costs that much, right? Because even if he's bad, like, how bad could he possibly be? Oh, is it his birthday? Lovely. I'm just hoping that it's just not... I just don't want to see red. Imagine if it's like deep dark green. Oh, it's not deep dark green, but it's still pretty green. That's at least like 14, 15 on big matches. Delightful. Poll in the room. I don't know if they'll let me have a poll in the room, honestly. Oh, what's this? The return of a legend. Oh, that was me thinking this meme had died. I'm here for it. Delightful. Oh, Christ. Right, what we got here? It's Slima away at Crvena Zvezda, which is ironic because that's the team that Zabar should have beaten. And Hibernians are away at Hearts. Oh, that's amazing. Chat, it's the Edinburgh Derby. It's Hearts versus Hibs, just not in the way that you would have predicted. Tremendous. Oh. Don't know why I said it like that as well, like Sean Connery. Tremendous. No, wait, Sean Connery doesn't talk like that. Tremendous, Miss Moneypenny. Okay, future prospect. Loan move, which means he's not gonna... I like that. Early signs of a practical signing for the future. What does that even mean? This could be quite complex, actually, because he's got caps already. Ah, bro, you're a bit of a penis, aren't you? Fine, 3 years it is. Yeah, Hearts will get very confused about this. This is tremendous. I think that's the first time this has actually happened. That gas. That would be warming the house type of gas. We use petrols over these parts. Unless you've got a diesel car, then you probably don't want to put petrol in it. Pro tip. Not that I've ever done that before, on account of never having a diesel car. What the hell? Why is Slima so good this season, specifically in Europe? Sunshine Leaf, maybe. Oh, I mean, very fortunate to win it by as much as they have, but that is tremendous. 8 key passes for Seydou Kouar as well. I forgot they had Kenny Schumacher. Sorry, Schumacher. And Paulo Rodrigo Bretas, who, despite not being brilliant, his attributes for the role he plays are genuinely amazing. Like, he's a 2-star CA player, but 14 heading, 14 marking, 15 tackling, great bravery, fast, insane jumping reach, great physicals in general, teamwork, work rate. He's actually brilliant. This is what I mean about underrated players in the game. He's amazing. Yeah, Slima are getting relegated as we speak. What about Hibernian? Do you know what? Edinburgh Derby's gone about as well as to be expected. They should hopefully get them in the home game, though. Tremendous. Yeah, they could have bad personalities, potentially. Emotion probably don't even have managers at this stage. Let's see. Coefficients again. 15.5 now on the year, which moves us into second. We're having a good year. And part of that is down to Goodyear. This, surprisingly, despite how badly the season started, the thing is, though, it's like, what if Zabar could have got through? Or should have got through, really. They're the big letdown here. I reckon we could end up getting like 19 or so points this year, and then wonder what could have been if Zabar, who are clearly the better of the two teams, had actually done their job. It's a good year. It is indeed, yeah. What, you mean like Slima? Oh, gosh, because remember, Slima are in the Europa League. So if Slima won the Europa League and got relegated, they'd be in the Champions League group stage while playing in the second tier. It's quite literally the worst possible scenario for us. And yet, given it's the last season of the save, I'd kind of be here for it, just for the memes. Go out in the most memey way possible. So, Sweetie versus Master Schlock. Can Master Schlock score for the 11th? No, at the 11th time of asking. Are they able to finally score a goal? They did it! Master Schlock score their first goal in 11 matches. They still get absolutely ridden, and Bartosz just scored twice. 2 penalties, I admit, but still goals nevertheless. Well played, Master Schlock. They're still really bad, but they have finally scored a goal. We take that from them. Goodyear are absolutely miles clear of everybody else now. Sweet are at least back into the European places. I think the likelihood of them catching Melita's pretty slim, but never know. Melita could bottle it. Hello, Reese. It's going well, my friend. How are you? How is your Thursday going? Let me just pick whatever team my assistant wants here with... Yeah, that's fine for this one, I would say. Did they win one? Wait, you're right. Did they win a game as well? Maybe the Master Schlock... if they somehow stayed up from here whilst having a situation where they nearly didn't score for half a season, that would be tremendous. But no, you're right. Because that was 8 points, wasn't it? So who are they beating? What should be Nashar? It feels like a type of result where they would just use Nashar as a way of getting themselves back on it again. Because they're not that far off of safety, are they? Just because everyone else is so bad as well. 5-0 for us. VR, chosen 1. Peters, Jarawan finally does a thing. And... wait, they go off the bench? Oh, I probably should have started him. Actually, I didn't realise I didn't. Yeah, they got another dub. It was, yeah, you're right. It was Hibernians 2-0. Yeah, they're not staying up, are they? They are a full 10 points from safety and with 6 games to spare, and their rivals also have an extra game to play. They are cooked. £472 million transfer budget. It's pretty large. Can I make it bigger? Yes, I can. Oh, no, I won't be doing that. That would be bad. I can do that, though. It's crazy that one notch is nearly £500,000 a week. Like, a single notch on the transfer budget slider here is like £25 million worth. We just have so much cash now. We just can't spend it. I spend so much time trying to spend all this money, and it just doesn't happen because then we just end up selling players that end up making us more money. Like, bear in mind, our actual bank balance is way lower than that. Like, we've got our budget is currently £200 million more than the money I have at the club. It's like the board really haven't thought about this very much. If I knew we weren't doing the looking forward part, I would just go and spend it all. Only 500 million, you say? Ooh. Yeah, we're kind of resting up for the fact that we will make 0 money next season, given all the values are going to be trash. Yeah, the fact that we how much did we actually end up spending on Duolingo? It was a lot, wasn't it? Yeah, the board have just gone money high. But yeah, like last summer I spent £80 million on a player. This summer I spent £60 million on a guy that isn't even good. He's like our 3rd best left wing back, and yet it's not even made a dent in it. Harriman again, okay. Melita lose, that's helpful. That keeps Sweetie in this hunt a little bit. They're still 6 points behind. It's kind of dead. Surely we can afford Bengtson now. After what he did to Zabar, or whoever it was, I have 0 interest in signing that man. They think they definitely do need to look at the balancing of the finances for these clubs. Gonna miss this save. Yes and no. Yeah, because I've grown attached to a lot of the players, but I also know that there is... if it had continued past next season, past the end of next season, that is, it would have got real stale real fast because the money wouldn't have been there anymore. It means the other Maltese sides would have started struggling. I think it would have gone backwards for a few seasons, for like at least 5 more years, and we're looking at good 2 months of content. And at the end of the day, my aim is to make content that people want to watch, and I feel like that wouldn't be... it's not something I would particularly want to watch. So I felt it was the right time to basically call it. Once we saw that the values were going again, and we know that next season they go a lot more, then at that point we were cooked. But I also feel like 30 seasons is a nice round number, and it allows us to become the most winning side in Maltese league football history as well. Like the previous 10. Yeah, he was just paying for all of his neighbours. There we go. Yes, it was MTK where I spent all that money on the Brazilian scouts because we didn't realise that they were suddenly outside of our scouting range. Where have all these players come from? Most of these guys are not actually reasonable signings. I think I've just accidentally scouted a lot of guys we didn't want, is what's happened here. And that was probably a lot of crap at the very bottom as well. Like an awful lot. Like a lot. That narrows it down a bit more. We're probably the biggest employers at Malta. What would you say is the biggest company in Malta, chat? That employs the most people, I suppose, probably is probably a better way of putting it. Outcome of Tuesday's antics. I actually don't know. Because obviously it'll be sent away and edited by the England lot. So I actually simply don't know when we're going to see that. I could ask our guy. Government. I meant like private company, I suppose. Surprisingly cheap for PSG. Why are you so cheap for PSG? Is it because you've just signed a new contract or something? No. Huh. Actually, why am I looking at these guys right now when I'm literally in a hurry? That guy's kept his value quite nicely as well. He might want to look at next season as well. I'll just start literally putting them all on the short list. That way we can look at them in the summer properly. Oh, Long Williams as well. You guys too? Potentially? Premier Capital PLC. Ah, okay, fair enough. And his name is Yom. Oh, I'm definitely signing him in the summer without a shadow of a doubt. You're already sorted. You're a PSG guy that's worth £155 million. Holy shit. You guys are a little bit less Actually, you're quite expensive. Holy shit. You're not, but the rest of you are. Cool. That wasn't actually as much as I thought. Poach the best players around the world and have them sit on your bench in order to help Malta. You can't really do that. There's no ability. We can't poach teams from other players like that. There is no such thing as poach. If I took a best player from Man United, they're going to want £350 million for him because Man United, basically. So it simply isn't a way that I could do that. And even then, the effect that it would have would be absolutely minimal, because then with the AI teams, it would just they'd suddenly have a second in command guy that's just as good conveniently, and it would just use reputation half the time. I reckon you could make their squads like 50% worse and they'd still win. Did I say poach teams from other players? You know what I meant. Steal Bagoa back, yeah. Right. Good job. Come on, lads. You've done the hard part now. Don't balls up the easy bit. Please don't. Do the first leg. I don't think Hammered have even played their first leg yet. Like, I've not seen them come up with any results. The Champions League is really off-centered like that. Sometimes you get, like, the completion of a tie before you even get the first leg of another. I would be willing to bet that Hammeren's first leg is going to be occurring on the Wednesday, when this tie is already finished on the Tuesday. It's really strange. But they are through, though, in incredibly comfortable style. No, Hammeren didn't get top 8. Hammeren came 14th, I think? Or was he 15th? Goodja came 13th, and I think Hammeren came 14th. New England Patriots! Thank you for the 23 months, my friend. How the devil are you on this fine day? But no, they didn't get top 8. That would have been incredible. They sort of balls it up in crucial places. Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, their tie hasn't begun yet. But they are playing Liverpool, so good luck. Yeah, they came 14th and Goodja came 15th. Solid for the Maltesers. Bear in mind, we've got all 4 of them through technically right now. Because Hammeren haven't actually been knocked out yet. And until they're gone, they're still with us. Also, Slavia versus Marseille is a great one, because it means someone gets to play the winner of that. Right. Slima, again, don't screw this up. Here we go. This is the tie. Champions knockouts. Yeah, that's the best fun of these stages, is when those teams actually start reaching these stages. I was beginning to think that it wasn't ever going to happen, but this is now back-to-back seasons in which every single Maltese side has qualified for the knockouts of the Champions League. They did it this year by the most insane amount of luck. Tell you what, that isn't even that bad. That is, unfortunately. Sweet year out. We figured that would happen. 90th minute. They were already... Oh, no, they weren't. That would have gone to extra time if it wasn't for the 90th minute goal. Bailey James Hutchcox. On loan from Man United. This is what I mean. This guy is on loan from Man United. A guy that's comfortably scoring... Actually, he's not even scored that many goals. They got us an extra win in there. Hammeren lose 2-1. Maybe with a late goal scored by a guy that used to play for both us and Hammeren. That's good, isn't it? The guy that just scored the winner against Hammeren played for both Sirens and Hammeren. Terrific. Rocco, thank you for the follow. That's not great. Sweetie got some coefficient over the course of the tie anyway. Slima, did we even see what Slima did? Why are they playing on a Wednesday? I guess it's because of the fixture congestion, right? They lost at home, which is annoying, but they got the dub overall. Oh, there's an injury there for Slima as well to Justin Jenkins. Random Canadian dude. Fair enough. Right, coefficient-wise. 15.7. Wait, that doesn't imply good things for Hibernian. Oh, we haven't had Hibernian yet, have we? Just realised we literally got very little points that day because they all lost. Right, Hibernians. Come on. That's this one, isn't it? They're at home. Beat Hearts. Oh, I actually totally forgot to mention. Rafael Cano went on loan to Hammeren in January as well. That other guy we signed that we get the really large squad status to, but he's actually quite good. He's not playing for them, annoyingly, but he has gone there. Right, come on, Hibernian. Give us some hope. Give us some teams to root for next stream. Not that we don't have them already with Sweetie or whatnot. Sorry, not with Sweetie, with Slima. But we want one in each at least. Yes. Oh, and as if. As if. That's amazing. Oliver Manotash gets the winning goal for Hibernians. That was the striker that we bought on stream today and loaned him out to Hibernians on transfer deadline day. His first action, that might well be his first goal for Hibernians, is to put them into the quarterfinals of the Champions League. None of that is even close to being true. His first action is to score the goal that puts them into the playoff. No, the round of 16 of the Conference League. It's close. It's not. Who's he? He is this guy. He was a striker that we found at Junior FC in a team report earlier today and just decided to take a punt on him because why not, right? And I mean, look at the state of him. He's got some quite nice attributes for 18. £500,000 from Junior FC. Great physicals. Really nice striker temp polls. Composure could do with being a bit better. But that was literally his first goal for the club. Was that goal right there. And that's massive. So that's great for coefficient. That will push them through again. Pushes us to 16 points on the season. All right. So we're already better than that season there. Which means we're now going to start gaining coefficient points. We've actually kind of gapped on Germany this year a little bit more now. France are doing slightly better, but they've so far off the pace, it's unbelievable. Denmark really haven't made the most of this opportunity to catch up with the others, unfortunately. But second on the year is pretty solid for us. Ah, nice. And apparently he's not... Oh, hang on. Your name sounds slightly... Oh, no, of course. Yeah, Yelkin Sergi. Of course he's Colombian. I should never have doubted him. Really, Mohammed? It feels like there should be an attribute called poor immune system. And Mohammed Peters does seem to get ill an awful lot. He was quite a sickly child, it would seem. He seems to have spent most of this year just in bed, which, admittedly, I respect, because me too, bruv. But, like, come on, you've got things to do. Doesn't work when I tell myself that. Right. Okay. Wow. Oh. Zimmy is looking... better? It feels like he's more on... He just looks better. Has he had like a... No, he's only 25. Maybe I just haven't been paying much attention to him. Wow, what the hell happened there? Yeah, he's just been... Yeah, no Otavio, but look at this here, his marking. He's up 6 marking, which is what I wanted. Up 6 marking, up 6 positioning. Like... He's just done all right. Like, I don't know why his stamina suddenly went all the way down and then has come all the way back up again. Presumably it was a major injury, but he's just a slow developer over time. But I rate that as if he's only worth 16 million quid when he's an incredible player that really only doesn't get game time because Babasi's directly in front of him. Any other team, he's easily starting for them, but I like the fact that he doesn't seem to kick up a fuss about it. It does, yeah. But doesn't Bravery also get absolutely rinsed by injuries? Ooh. Oh. Disappointing. Oh, that reminds me. I think this might have been from the previous stream, but I forgot to mention it. Sleema. I was loaning a player to Sleema. Actually, it might have been over yesterday. Point being, the deal fell through because they got a... again, really? Because they were in the process of a board takeover, which then didn't happen. There we go. Yeah, I've just been rotating around these two. Shurabadi asked me for a new contract. I tell him Otavio was a good bloke. And then when Otavio asked me, I then tell him that Shurabadi was a good bloke. It's great. Zuri are still 4 points clear. I don't think they're going to do it. I have a horrible feeling that Zuri are going to muck this up. I would really like it if they were actually in the top flight next year for the first time in this entire save. Oh, God. Flu again. I'm sending them home and they're still managing to catch the flu. Lads, stop kissing. There's a time and a place and this ain't it. How many times have I got to tell you this? If Shakhtar could knock out Bayern, that would be delightful. The less good teams, the better. Okay, maybe not. Benfica knock out Ajax. Okay, this is looking a bit tough for the others now. Is that Robin Brouwer? Yeah, it is. Of course it is. Feels like Benfica have actually become our dumping ground in this save more often than Saudi has. Can't stop love. This is true. And I would never want to stand in the way of true love. Of course not. But, you know, maybe make sure that your true love doesn't have the flu first. Like, the big snotty nose would be a bit of a giveaway, I would have thought. Right, expectations. Oh, come on, Hamron. If they beat Liverpool here, I have a horrible feeling they might actually beat Liverpool and then lose it on penalties or something. That would be the most gut-wrenching way to go out. Well, I could think of worse ways, but, like, it's up there. Bit of that. Right, come on. Oh, as if we've got to play a game at the same time. That's annoying. Then it's the cup as well. Which means we're actually going to have to make quite a strong team. Although not featuring any of the players that have the flu. Which is apparently everybody. What? Who is Alseni Diallo? And now, my next question is, why is Alseni Diallo? Is our squad really that depleted? Is both Peters and Lahovi out? Oh my god, they are. Oh, well then we'll put Taboas in. It's weird that he wouldn't be called into the squad. And then Diallo can step out. Why is he set as the Valant? Oh my god, both of the other... Who is even the third? I guess Blaž Král? I could put Swanthony in, I suppose, but I actually kind of want to win this game. Could you give Hajaran another shot to play here? Because he just needs to boost those numbers a little bit. Yeah, how to not kiss ill people training session required. I don't think I've got those ones in the RDF schedule, you know. Sadly. See you next time. Yes, I might be able to put some stuff from inside the house on Insta later if you follow my story or whatever. Or not follow my story, you know what I mean. I'll do a little tour maybe later when we go up there. Right. That'll do. If I remember. I'll be busy measuring things. Yeah, the team bonding has taken on a new element. How is Diallo? He's a very mid player that I assume I signed to put out on loan, and now he's just kind of lost in the system. He's not as good as Otavio, let's put it that way. Then again, I don't think there's any player in the world that is as good. I think Otavio must be the best in the world for that role now. 3-0. Reynoso, Hajaran, Chosen One, and a man of the match for Zimzims. We like that. Yeah, tour of the gas meter, very important. Bacteria distribution with the goalkeepers are busy. Oh, as if Hamren actually managed to nearly take Liverpool out. They took the lead from Mateus. Kishishev got the equalisers. Van Valters. Pugliese equalises for Hamren. They were damn close to giving them a run. This is what I mean about Hamren. They are legitimately right up there now. Them and Goodyear next year really excite me. It's so disappointing to see them go out, but somewhat understandable, I guess. But it's more points. Should have treated them when you do. Oh, for sure, yeah. No, I was thinking about just use some like local mail. Again. Brother, I actually had a bid for him in January, but no one else came back in after I rejected it. Perez in the form of his life. I've not seen anything that I can't... Well, we have. It's called the entire part of his career. It's like, have you seen him? He's literally one of my best players. Gotta get the what 3... Oh, God, I forgot about what 3 words. I don't know if I can click that because YouTube. Oh, it's that. I just don't want to get a copyright claim on it. Right, Thursday, though. Wait, is there any Thursday games? Or is it just a default Thursday now? Because we should get our draw soon, right? It's usually like the 1st of March, roughly. Okay. Oh, wow. Mentoring, my favourite. Knoxball past opponent. Is that good for you? Sheer pace. Let's see what the sheer pace and athletics is. To be fair, he does have good pace. Now, Vin would never, but what about the rights holders? Christensen looks like he could be quite a quality player one day, actually. Just not quite sure what I want to do with him yet. Our history in Europe. So in the last 7 years, we've won 5 Champions Leagues and been in 6 finals. Since we got ourselves sorted out and got to our first proper Champions League final, we had a really early Champions League final that we got absolutely murdered in. But since then, when we regrouped and came back again, we've won 5 of the last 7 Champions Leagues and been in 6 of the last 7 finals. And this year, I'm seeing no reason why we can't do it again. 16.2 now on the year. Next aim is that one, which really is just one more round of fixtures, I would have thought. Right, here we go. Champions League. See what the draws we get for the rest of it. At least we got one Maltese team in here with us, which is Goodyear, which I really hope we don't draw, because then we'll just have to beat them. Hello, Pog. Okay. I'm in the bath. I don't know why we needed that update, but now we do. Right. I guess I'd like Marseille. To be fair, no matter who good you get here, is the Mini Mal doing the draw? No way. It makes me feel old. Okay, Porto. That's fine. I'm actually totally fine with that. No matter who good you get here, they're kind of... Unless they get... Oh, I was going to say unless they get Juve, but they're not going to get Juve. They'll get Man City, probably, if I was to guess. Goodyear versus Barca. I think they might be cooked. Also, when I was on the train with Pog, because Pog got the same train as me, for the first part of my journey on Tuesday, I heard a kid, because it was obviously like school kids and that, legitimately just say to his friends, "Are we cooked, chat?" And I was like, oh God, that kind of language has actually permeated beyond, and it was just scary to hear that out loud as someone who says that all the time. But that's different. I'm a stremmer. So yeah, we'd play Arsenal or Real Madrid in the next round, which I'm okay with. Also, the potential of the Man United final is still on. They're on the other side of the draw. And as you say, we could play Goodyear in the semis if we were to get there. Yeah, I couldn't believe it that he just said this out loud, and I was like, oh, wow, that's a thing that people actually say. I guess because kids his age watch a lot of like streamers and stuff, and we're always saying things like that. Yeah, actually saying chat out loud. Yeah, that was the thing that threw me. Like, are we cooked is just an expression, but it's the fact that he said, are we cooked chat very specifically. I mean, he had food tech that day. Maybe. Is humanity cooked chat is the real question. Have we just got another left back injury? Oh, good, right before the Porto game. Wait, I think Toboas might actually have to play left back against Porto here. Yeah, maybe Goodyear about to cook Barca. Who knows? Hello, Pog. Thank you for the watch. What we're doing with it? I can try. Oh God. Is that it?
Is that the little clippy one?
There's nothing plugged in down here. Oh no, yes there is. That's my headphones. Wait, what? Where? Excuse me, chap. Yeah, it's video. Oh, okay, okay, yeah. So I don't watch that sort of stuff. So, oh, is this the one? Okay.
Thank you.
We didn't say, oh, it's a strong one, but I respect it. Oh, what the hell? Me just plugging that into the thingy just caused the internet to dip. Yeah, I've never actually seen an IRL streamer in IRL, as it happens. Not that I can think of, anyway. Not that I'm usually paying that much attention. Sometimes you do see, like, random ring lights on the street, though. That is quite funny. Toboas literally cannot start this game because he's going to have... Oh, no, hang on. Yeah, no, he's going to have to play the next game. We're going to have to... Chat, we're going to have to drop in a Mikolev. Scary times when a Mikolev is having to start a league... Oh, yeah, it is a league game, at least. Diallo makes the bench again here. Can I start on bar? I probably shouldn't, should I? Just as... Weirdly, that £60 million signing might end up actually bailing us out here, where we have got both of our left-backs injured. 82 and 83. Good God, we've got a lot of squad numbers. That's true, yeah. I don't need to go outside because I'm a billionaire FM streamer, and I just pay someone else to do it for me. As you'll see, you'll be real surprised when you see my house tour later, and the reason the gas bill is so high is because it's actually a 96-bedroom mansion. 5-0. Holy shit. Tabakaru. Bro, okay. The flash was on... Oh, I swear I saw a video of, like, it was KSI and George Clark, and there was a guy just filming them, but he had his flash on. Tons of... IRL streamers all live trying to go for... Really? Oh, my God. Why you downgrade? Yeah, I thought we'd downsize a little bit, Daz, you know? You may only see this one room, but it's just because I'm hiding the rest from you. Sweet, you might have a genuine chance of getting back into the Champions League here. 3-point difference. Incredible. They might genuinely pull this off. At the very least, they're looking pretty comfortable for Europe again now. God damn, Sleemer are cooked. Chat. That was it, yeah. Yeah, I saw that on TikTok. I watch way too much TikTok. I watch more TikTok than I should do as a 34-year-old man. Let's put it that way. Like, on the train back from East Midlands Parkway on Tuesday, from the moment I got on the train at Leicester, I pretty much watched TikTok for the next 3 hours. Just there was nothing else for me to do. Pretty much. I couldn't read my book because my Kindle hadn't synced properly. It's my 5th house, you know. I'm subletting it, don't you know? On the plus side, what? You are expecting more playing time. Man who has played 18 matches and has had injuries that are... Okay. I don't hear that a lot. I sometimes describe things as POG, but then, yeah. Don't realise you're renting on, but possibly. But that's just more of a like basic confusion. It was more, we were just joking about the whole idea that Ben was talking about this the other day about how all FM streamers are actually multi-millionaires. It's just, yeah, his new ongoing bit. Actually, it does have a downstairs loo. So it actually has a not second bathroom, but like, you know what I mean? It's got 2 toilets, which is actually a really nice luxury that I wasn't expecting. But like on the way up on the train journey, once Poggo got off the train at Cambridge, I literally did the next 2.5 hours on the train just looking out the window. I didn't have my headphones on. I wasn't reading TikTok or anything. The only time I used my phone was to respond to like the England group chat and to respond to Pog. It was really weird. I felt so content, and I really rarely ever do, just raw dog in a train journey. But I was just enjoying watching the world go by. It was actually weirdly peaceful. Yeah, all mansions have got 2. I raw dogged the train, yeah. It was... I'm given the way my brain works, chat, I normally need constant stimulation, right? Usually what happens after stream, if I've got work to do after stream, these headphones go off, they go on charge, my other headphones go on, and podcasts go straight on my ears. I just need something. I can't drive in silence, nothing like that. And for some reason, I was totally comfortable doing a 2.5-hour train journey with more than 20 too much money. It's a massive benefit. I'm so happy with it. Having grown up in a house that actually had a downstairs toilet, I was stoked that this house actually ticks all the boxes when we were kind of really going to the point where we were like, fuck it, I'll just take anything. And then this house comes along and it actually has all the things that we were looking for in the first place. It's crazy how the world works like that. But you just got to be prepared to take it. And just think, if I'd have gone to Croatia, I wouldn't have been able to go to that house viewing. Voices in my head. Well, to be fair, there was a lot of voices in my head going on as well. Like, my inner monologue never shuts the hell up. But it was just nice watching the world go by. I was quite enjoying it. It was very peaceful. Is the youth intake in the middle? It is. But we'll have probably a bit of extra time today. So we can do the second leg as well. So my little speed burst there has actually allowed us to catch right up. Or maybe I just wasn't wasting as much time earlier as I thought I was. It was delightful. Yeah, it's just... I was just looking at the English countryside and just having a nice time. I went through the town that Pog and I are moving to on the train as well. I was just like, oh, my house is just over there. How many seasons did I go through? Sorry, I've unfortunately now forgotten what I was talking about. Casual, thank you for the follow. What's Pog sending to me? Estimated yearly bill. That's basically nothing. That's fine, Pog. That's like... It's like 30-something pound a month in water, which is totally fine, right? That seems completely okay. But then water is not usually the problem. It's the gas and electricity ones that get you. Water is not one of those things that's... In terms of the pricing of it. Well, unless you live in certain areas, I suppose. It's about starting to become human. No. I wouldn't risk it. Lean your head. Oh! None. I was actually just daydreaming, mostly daydreaming about the house and stuff, genuinely, because there's a lot on my mind, right? Tell that to no. Well, the bill comes in 2 by 2, right? You get the water and the sewage. Right, full strength, obviously. I honestly think that VR might have earned a start here over Hajarowin. He started 13 games and he's got 7 goals and 4 assists, whereas Hajarowin has started 22 games and has 7 goals and 4 assists. Like, VR's just played better at the moment, and I feel like he's earned the start. And he's got the link already. I'm going to give it... I'm sorry, Hajarowin, but you've not been it this season, my friend. Oh, Pog's now sending me more pictures. How many baths or power showers? Oh, yeah, of course, power showers use more energy, don't they? Yeah, no dishwasher. We do have a washing machine, at least. Probably have to get a tumble dryer. Matthew, is that all? It reminds me of that bit in that movie, Walter Mitty, where they use an actual telegram guy. Just a 100-year-old bloke. Directly into it, yeah. Was known through his neighbourhood because he had a kettle. I was like, wait. Yeah, this is the thing. I've noticed that as well when it comes to kettles. It's like, why is that weird? Do Americans just not use kettles? Like, what do they use then? Or do they just not boil water, right? Water Mitty is a great film. It's one of my like other shoe films. Those films that are just so wholesome and nice. I love Water Mitty as a film. The amount of like Papa John's product placement in it is extremely funny, but still. Porto's got a... Oh, we got a tie-off. Is it this guy here? They put it in the microwave. What? Do they? Just the thing is, Hubon, right? This could be entirely legit, and I'm just like not able to understand that. But in a microwave, is that real? No shot. My brain can't even... My British brain cannot fathom warming water in a microwave. Now, in fairness, some Americans, and I think this is more common in America than it is here, have like boiling taps. Don't drink tea. Yeah, but they do drink coffee, right? So presumably you would also need to boil water for coffee. How lazy can you be? Surely just put the kettle on, right? Do drink coffee though, yeah. A microwave. Well, that's what I was thinking, Hubon. How long does that take? I love how many of you are just having the exact same inner quandary that I am right now. Coffee machine, I guess. But what if they're one of those like fancy ass people that pour it over like in like a cafetiere and whatnot, right? Like all the travel vloggers do. Wow, the kit clash here is absolutely insane, as we do take the lead, I believe, although it looked off site to me. No, it wasn't. We're on side. We're going. Pretty quick. But just use a kettle, innit? But what do they put the water... Is it just in like a bowl, or do they put the mug in with the water already in it, and then did the tea bag just... I'm gonna have to try this. I don't even have a microwave actually at the moment. In a measuring cup. But that's just extra washing up for the sake of making tea. Your essentially, it could be, I suppose, yeah. Oh, really? Oh, I see. Okay, I feel like this is the sort of thing that is the subject of like a 9-minute YouTube video. Do you know what I mean? Like a little miniature video essay. Like about how British plugs are absolutely dominant and are far superior. So that's one of the things we have is that British plugs are generally speaking considered extremely good, if I remember correctly, for the way that they are. They're like the way they are. The tea bag we need tea. Only drink tea. I suppose, like, I mean, tea isn't anywhere near as... I know they joke about, oh, the British and the tea drinking, but we do, as a nation, consume an absolutely obscene amount of tea. Like, I can't even pretend that we don't. VR did just score a header, and what a powerful header it was as well, by the way. Oh, that would have been onside, wasn't it? Gosh, we're absolutely annihilating Porto here. So we're kettles. I think Mike... Yeah, maybe. $75 electric kettle. That's a expensive-ass kettle. Holy shit. You can get them on Amazon over here for like £8. I remember buying my dad a kettle for... I think it was $8.99 on Amazon. I think he still has it. Was stepping on one. Yeah, I mean, true. But like, at the end of the day, watch where you're going, innit? I love how we were dominating them and I was like, oh, we're doing brilliant. And we literally not seen a highlight since then. Like £10 on one. Yeah, exactly. It's probably what I'll do, honestly. That's probably what it was. It was the Tom Scott video. Almost certainly. Yeah, it either boils water or it doesn't. I guess maybe it's just that the sheer length of time it would take to boil water means that it is sort of essentially functionally doesn't boil water. In the same way that, you know how like if you were to slap a steak, the heat energy being imparted from your hand to the steak, technically, over time, if you did it fast enough for long enough, with the frequency high enough, and the RPM, so to speak, it could technically cook the steak. But whilst it's functionally not possible, it is theoretically possible, I suppose. £7 still works, exactly. Shit like that is great. I have 2 air fryers, for fuck's sake. Like, I'm a fryery man. Wasn't really on purpose, we just bought one ages ago. It's steak cooked, chat. We bought an air fryer ages ago, but it was one of the single ones with the one drawer, and we kind of wanted another one, right? Saying like a slap a steak well done. Well, you could if you didn't want to enjoy your steak, but if you were a true steak aficionado, you would have it medium rare or something. But still, I'm just kidding. Have your steak how you want. The only reason I eat steak medium rare is because I was in a restaurant with Jack like 5-6 years ago, and that was how he ordered his steak. Slapping meat for science. There you go. Just like my hairdresser's neighbour. Christina cook a steak with his drumming. No, but I feel like that's something I would like to enjoy. We'll get Zim Zims on. Mythbusters cook a Thanksgiving steak in a car engine. That does sound like something they would have done. Slapping it to well done would make it pretty tender, I suppose, yeah. Double dry. Yeah, we've got a double dry air fryer as well now, but as a result of buying that, we've got 2 Korsori ones, because I prefer Korsori stuff to Ninja because it's cheaper. As a result of that, we now have essentially 3 drawers, so we can do like quite a lot of stuff with it, which is cool. I like them. They're good. Seem to be more energy efficient, which is great. And they're just fun. Makes me want to try stuff out. God, our bench is so depleted. Look at this. Mikolev, Budjiart, Weitner. Chat, I'm going to do it. I'm going to give a debut to the regen guy we got a couple of years ago. Mihaly Weitner's Champions League debut. Here it comes. It's probably a bad decision. So, yeah, so does my sister, Papa Flip. Like, I can't personally see it myself. Medium rare is about as much as I'll go. I like medium rare. It's really basic, bitch, but that's just what I enjoy as far as steak. This is the video. Oh, is this the... Let's see if I can... Yes! Yeah. So, no, I actually do want to watch that. Maybe the previous tenant wanted super well done steak. To be fair, at that point, it would just be... It would be less steak, more cremate, right? My PC, to be fair, this PC runs extremely hot, so I probably could cook a steak on it. The CPU in this one is not ideal for that kind of stuff. How this... Oh, look at you, eh? What if the chef recommended it in a way that you just knew was... So say you're just in a normal restaurant ordering a steak and he's like, oh yeah, we consider this extremely well done. I don't know if that's even an option, right? You'd be like, but would I want to eat that leather? Get up and running again. Yeah, that's not for me. I like medium rare it's where it's at for me. I must admit though, I haven't actually had steak any other cooking amount, because once I've got my decision, I'm sticking to it. You know, I'm in. I don't actually have steak very often, to be fair. Extremely rarely. Pog, on the other hand, any excuse. We'll go to a restaurant. She's just like looking at the steaks. Last time I actually had probably had steak was genuinely like February when I went to dinner with Mike and Chloe. The chef says you get charcoal. Yeah, exactly. Just brings out a cow. Just like, take a bite, son. Chew the cow while it's in the field. Hey, you'd have loved St. George's Park. How do you like your pizza? Oh, in my mouth immediately. The one downside about this movie is that Dutty. We lose Dutty. We'll have to find a new Dutty, but it's not going to be the same. Probably a decade out, fair. Oh, this has gone a bit poorly. We're actually only 2-1 up against Porto. It started so well, I just assumed we'd run away with this, and now it hasn't. I love Meet Me. Yeah, you do. Back at Roma? Really? Hopefully he does better for them than he did when he was managing Fulham, because, like, I love what he did for Leicester. It was brilliant, but fuck me if he didn't ruin my opinion of him by managing Fulham not that long afterwards. I guess that's disappointing. It was their only shot on target. How did youngster do? Didn't do horrendously. Moser did. Holy shit. That was kind of poor, actually, from us. It does make me wonder if we get a rubbishy home result, we could be in a bit of trouble here. That's true. I was watching a sorted food video. They were actually talking about this exact thing, and that certain cuts of steak, actually, the type of way you would want it cooked can vary slightly. Because, for example, with a fillet steak, if I remember correctly, that one you can have slightly more cooked, I think, if I recall correctly. Because of the fat content or something. I don't know. I rarely do that because that's usually the expensive one. I'm like, which is going to form part of my mixed grill? Oh, I could really do with a mixed grill now. No idea what Pog and I are going to be doing for dinner later. Maybe it's a chat. Forgive me. Would it be does it feel like a Dutty evening to you? Because Pog and I are going to be up over an hour away. It's going to take an hour to get there. And then we're still going to do all this stuff in the house. And then we're going to drive back. By the time we get back, that feels like a Dutty type of evening, right? It's farewell Dutty. Well, farewell Dutty, I suspect will probably happen closer to the time because I'm not going to want to not have Dutty for another week. Sorted food. Yes. Yes, we like a bit of sorted food. Especially they're like the TikTok trends one. I really like the ones where they haven't done it for a while, I don't think, where they have like 16 different things of the same type on the table and they have to guess what they were. The one they did with alcohol was incredibly funny. Dutty. Oh, sorry. Dutty is just what I refer to my local pizza place. Because it is Dutty pizza. It's exactly what you think it is now that I've explained it. Different price points video. Oh, I haven't seen that one for a while, actually. Yeah, the pretentious ones are quite fun. They did one that we watched literally a few weeks ago with the lobster gin. Dutty, like, it's like dirty, but like in a good way. Greasy ass, like your proper... The sort of place that you would go to get a pizza or a kebab or something after you're pissed. We're talking that type of thing. If you're UK based, you know exactly what I mean immediately. There's a lot of really good videos that they do, honestly. It's like chat's mum on a nice out, yeah. Exactly, Bear, yeah. Although I must admit, their ingredients are actually a lot better than that now. It's filth, but it's good filth. You know, yeah, you can all picture it, right? I'm sure this is a thing where you guys are as well. It's just your standard boss man takeaway. It's tremendous. Yeah, indeed, literally Bay Hudson. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what you want. They're tremendous. The food's always... It's always a 7. There's... Fair play, Ham. Yeah, the more... Oh, not a good start. Oh, as if. Literally identical XG. And an own goal. And Jose Pablo... Wow, this is the ultimate in just, like, sticking it the boot in here. An own goal. A goal from the murderer. And, yeah. Chain pizza. Dutch pizza or chain pizza? No, not chain pizza. I'm never big... I'll have Pizza Hut very occasionally, but they're always so expensive. Chain pizza's just not for me for the most part. Like, Pog and I had Domino's on holiday because it's the only option we had, but it's just not for me. Dutty all the way. Yeah, there was a pizza place that Pog and I used to go to in Birmingham where she used to live, like years ago, called Tino's in Rubery. And Seriously, one time they gave us buy one, get 2 free pizzas. What is this? £20 for JP. Yeah, like, the place we're looking at, our entire order is massive and it comes to like 35 for like 2 pizzas, giant garlic pizza bread that's the same size as the pizzas, chips, mozzarella sticks, cake, etc. And that's probably still quite expensive compared to other places. I think the place we're looking at, the place we're moving to is probably even cheaper than that. This is just where I live is just expensive as fuck because it's just close enough to London that people can go, well, actually, you're in the commuter belt. Yeah, I know. How dare he not murder someone there? Good for offers. Yeah, Domino's, other people, it's really expensive. It's actually not because of all the offers that are always there, but I find that with Domino's, it's heavily dependent on what your local Domino's is like. So, for example, our local Domino's is trash. When I go to Viking's house in Salisbury, his local Domino's is banging, so we always get it. But the local one to me, last time, literally, we haven't ordered from them in like 3 years, locally anyway, because it took 3 hours to arrive, and when it did, the box was literally wet, and it looked like it had been thrown in a river, and it was cold. And they still haven't refunded us for that. So yeah, it was insane. Hibernians versus Genk. Does that mean we've not got any Europa League? Hello, Pog. We were just discussing Dutty. And the thought that because we're going to be back late tonight, potentially getting Dutty, her eyes just lit up as I said that. Potentially, because we're going to get back fairly late tonight, aren't we? If we're going to be...
You don't have to explain it to me. Just do it.
She was like, shush, baby, say no more.
Yeah, so
Shh. Quiet time now.
You don't have to ask, just say we're getting dirty. Like,
well, no, Chat and I were just discussing this topic, so I just figured I'd enlighten you.
I mean, I will come in and sit down, but I can't.
No, you probably shouldn't come and sit down. I think that's a TOS violation right there. Oh, no, poor Blash.
I might do water again.
Oh, fair enough. Regular promotion. Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Pog. 30, that's pretty good. Holy shit. Giving us free drinks and despite the license to serve alcohol? Jesus. Still good. Yeah, I've never really been I just don't like sushi particularly, and Pog, it's not that I don't like fish. Pog hates fish. I'm not opposed to fish. I just don't particularly like sushi. But it might be a case of I've never had good sushi. This was a discussion I was having with some friends a little while ago. Holy shit. Hibernians with the 3-0 dub over Genk. Isn't this the same Genk side that lost the Conference League final to Valletta? Is it a sign? Just what the doctor ordered. It just hits different, innit? That'll be my biggest disappointment. Without fish or shellfish. Yeah, I think it's more like the seaweedy stuff for me that I'm just not a big fan of. Like I said, I would need to have really good sushi perhaps, and maybe I've only ever just had bad sushi.
Oh, I've been cathing up on VODs and forgot I needed to send this.
Oh god. Oh wait, is this Pitbull? No. Wait, what? Hang on.
Jesus and I are tight. Never learned about the birds and bees. I was taught to keep an aspirin in between my knees, cause the Bible says premarital sex is wrong. But Jesus says that guys can't wait that long. I don't wanna lose him to someone who'll Jew him. I need to figure something out. Well, there's a loophole in the scripture that works really well, so I can get him off without going to hell. It's my Hail Mary, full of grace. In Jesus' name we go to...
Wait, what?
Jesus and I are tight. Never learn.
Why would I let me play the whole thing? Oh, I'm not allowed to hear the whole thing because I've not paid for it. Fucking hell. For those wondering what the hell that was, we were discussing the topic on stream on, I think, Sunday or maybe even last Thursday, where I basically gave chat the conundrum of you have 2 choices. Either every song in the world still exists and ever will exist, but they're all sung by Pitbull, or every single song in the world is now just a Pitbull song, but it's sung by every other artist and they do their own versions of it. This is where this has come from, basically. Incredible. Tremendous. See, I'd much rather still have it all being sung by Pitbull, because at least you get different songs then. And I like Pitbull, you know? In the name of the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, Dale. Anyway, youth and take. I don't know what we're even predicting here. If you could put it in the Discord, Gush Showbiz, for after stream, that'd be amazing. Sounds like a win-win to me. Right. Bear in mind, we were predicted E's at best. I'm going to go 2-star best. Not even... Yeah, I agree, Peter. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll get a 2.5-star goalkeeper or something nonsense like that. Oh, there is actually a 2.5, like a 3-star technically there in Lawrence Mannion. Oh, it's depressing, isn't it? Oh, Mexican in there. So yet again, one of the better players is Hungarian. It's Petr Sandor. Oh, he's terrible. Zvonko Polyanets. Cool name. Wow. Yeah, no, the hilarious thing I find as well, Balor, is that the game always goes that we have pretty much most years we win Best Academy. James Pisani. His attributes are actually okay. He's probably got slightly higher CA than the others. It could be a Dom Charlie one here for the first time in a while. And then Juninho, naturally. Marcelo da Silva Jr. So naturally he's Juninho. Because of course. Loves classy neck, to be fair. Don't blame him. Lawrence Mannion. Oh, wow. Hang on a minute. No tackling, no aggression or bravery, but I'll tell you what. Tent poles, holy shit. 17 tackling at 15. He's actually not horrendous. He's got like Malta caps potentially in his future, maybe. He's actually all right. Yeah, they could be wrong about it. We've had a guy... Have we had some guys go up as well in the future? In the past? I can't remember. It goes up, you know, it can go both ways. Maybe they've actually underestimated. Maybe he'll go to like 3.5 star. He looks quite good. Or it is just a case that he's got higher CA than normal. Yeah, I mean, we all love neck, right? There's Andrew Cherkop as well. He's rubbish. Andreas Cilia. His attributes are okay. I think that Lawrence Mannion actually is quite solid. There's Leonardo Perez. There's the shit goalkeeper I would have been on about. What was Mannion's personality type and stuff? Media friendly and fickle. Why is it they're always fickle? Wasn't the guy from last year fickle as well? Right, I don't know. It's basically just that because Malta has such a small... Basically, Malta's youth rating is too low, and it means that basically you're never going to get a good youth intake. Sorry, not never. The odds of you getting a usable youth player are almost slim to none. So the only player I would say in this save that we ever had that was even slightly good was Matthew Side, who is now our set-piece coach. So we can't actually show his attributes anymore. But he had a long career and was a good player. Like a solid player, got loads of caps from Malta, decent, right? But our Hoyd is Luka Modric, so he's a model citizen. Yeah, head of youth development dictates personality, or at least influences it anyway. Yeah, the youth intakes are going to be so much fun on the next save. And the one after that too. Because with Outcaster Icons, we'll be all over Europe, so which means every youth intake is a chance to get something genuinely fun. And then obviously with Wisła, because it's Poland and Wisła, we're going to get some really fun youth players in there. Oh, Liverpool just gave us 17.5 million quid. Love to see it. Part of me regrets that, but I also think that the money was pretty helpful at the time. If you think of the number of players that this has managed to finance for us over the last little while, I'll take that for sure. That's funny that he's the only one that they want to sign. I think I've just... That might have been a mistake. The fact that he wants quite a large contract is intriguing, though. Normally what I would do is I would sign the whole lot of them up, but at this point it is quite literally pointless because it's not going to help the loan farm in the way... By the time they're ready for the loan farm, we won't be managing the club. Also in the Discord, terrific. I will have a look after stream. That's amazing. What was that website, though, Gus Showbiz? Now, how does that website work? So do you just give it 2 songs and it mashes them up? Like, what does it actually... How does that work? Because I'm curious. Zuri still 4 points clear. Money... Yeah, true. If the save was going, it would certainly be helpful, but we'd still really struggle to reinvest it because I'd be worried about like how long the values would stay in the toilet for, you know? That is a good deal. We paid that. I really like that deal now. Now that we can see him properly, great acceleration. He's just a solid winger. Really worth the cash. There's a guy called Ted Bixler there. I think some of these guys are still from the start of the season as well. Some of them do just take an absolute age to scout, to be fair. Select a voice and give it a song link. Really? And I take it only has like a certain number of song, like, initially. I see. Yeah, it'll be... If you do exclamation mark Discord, you should be able to get into the Discord there. No, I haven't, Lamas. Just because the amount of time it takes to build them to where they are right now, it's... is nigh on impossible. Because, also, let's not forget, if I was to leave this club and take over another side in Malta, Malta would get set back about 15 years immediately because all the loan players would come back that summer because AI clubs just pretty much refuse to extend loans to other AI clubs like that. They're almost always 1 year loans. Occasionally you'll see 2, but it's almost impossible, I would say, to get proper ones. So it means that what's going to happen when we leave the first summer is immediately all the loans will return. Then they'll sell them all off in a fire sale over the next 2 or 3 seasons. Make probably about £1 billion from doing so, although maybe not because of all the money being so bad. The first thing we'll notice is them selling Moser to Man United for like £25 million or something. It's going to be absolutely catastrophic when we see that happen. But there's not a lot we can really do about it, sadly. Wow, most of these are guys we already know about. This is that Georgian dude that we thought looked better than his stars, and I think he does look a bit better than his stars did, but I don't think it's the slam dunk that I thought it was going to be. This guy, though, didn't he look quite good as well? Yeah, he's good. He'll be fun. But yeah, so you could do that, but the amount of time it takes you to do it is probably not worth it. That's why I don't change clubs mid-save. And if I was going to do it, I would have had to do it a while ago. Like the moment that I kind of got Sirens to a nice stable position, that's when I would have done it. Oh no, don't get me wrong. Lamilas, we will be watching that because we do this thing where when I finish the save, I retire the manager and then I sim into the future, like as far as I can conceivably go. And then we just sort of see what happened over the next like 50 years. And what I'm also going to do this time around, I think I've done this before, is turn on a load of other European leagues as well, just so we get some extra context stuff and make the stream that we'll do about that very fun. And that will then become a YouTube video as well. As if. Oh, I can't believe that. They actually won away at Barcelona and then went out anyway. I suspect it was most likely a fortunate result. Yeah. Didn't deserve the dub, but they got it. But it just... Do you know what I mean? It feels like they're just starting to get more on par with these guys. I mean, not on par, but like getting closer. Like Hamren were narrowly eliminated by Liverpool. Barcelona narrowly eliminate Goodyear. And Barcelona went 24 for 24. Like, sweet, it was a slightly different matter. Next season's the final one. This season we're finishing this, but next year is going to be the last season because that will then be season 30, the perfect way to sort of wrap things up. Oh, apologies. And it will give me a chance to get the things sorted with the new house, basically. That way we can move over to the new save properly. But fair play to Goodyear. I mean, they've done well there. I still feel like next year there is still a chance that one of them just gets going, basically. Yeah, they got they got a win against us. They've all got points for us, which is crucial. 17 points now on the board. Do you know what? Considering where we are, we're only in March. There's still like 3 more rounds to go. I'm feeling like a 20-point year here is not above us, provided we still continue to get some help from the Europa League and Conference League guys. That's crucial. Because if they go out, then we're kind of on our own, and I think we'll be struggling to get enough points, unless we win it again, and even then, I think it'd be difficult. So Mannion's got his youth contract. Does that update at all, perhaps? No, still 3 stars. Not training very well. And it's the first year that we've actually had a step back in terms of the number of points they've gained in the group stages, but I'm not super concerned about it just because they actually all still managed to get through, albeit with Sweetie kind of ballsing it up a little bit. But they're still looking in pretty good shape to get back in again if they could just keep the momentum going. Hello, Amateur. I'm doing well, my friend. Very well, in fact. It's a tremendous day. Practically in PSG Simulator if PSG won everything last year. Yeah. Like, it's weird that I can get away with even playing this save at this point, because essentially this is just like playing like a Man City save on steroids. Without dilution. Oh, Christ. Insane amounts. Our personal coefficient is unhinged. It's like 180. We're like 30 points above anyone else in personal coefficient. That's what happens when you've been in 6 Champions League finals in 7 years. You just get such a stupid amount of personal coefficient. Man United are the only team that's even close to us, and they're not even really that close to us. Right. Peters is back. Oh, that's great news, actually. VR will keep his spot because he scored against him in the first leg, so he's definitely staying in the team. We're doing it for the great good. Exactly, yes. Filming on Tuesday was really, really fun. Long day, but extremely fun. It's just an honour to be able to even be invited to do things like that. Not a lot, Mike, other than Malta just cooking again. Yeah, no oil money. We earned this money. We're working for it. We work for a living over these parts. Hello, Pogs. No. Right, last game, and then we can... Well, then you've got time to do that. Another... God, we're putting a lot of young Maltese players on the bench here. Top ones... Yeah, I mean, you heard wrong, Mike. Who told you that? I didn't actually even see Aaron Ramsdale. Hang on, wasn't he one of the guys that pulled out the squad? Wasn't it Pickford, Henderson, and James Trafford? I'm pretty certain Ramsdale dropped out of the squad, didn't he? Which would explain why I didn't see him. Yeah. Look at me with my knowledge. Because didn't he break a finger or something? Let's see. Do we have a team for tonight? Don't know, mate. You have to ask them that. I know, very selfish. Hey, when England calls, you can't say no, right? Well, I mean, gotta get my second international cap, you know? If I start saying no, then they might not invite me again. 5 major leagues and the Champions League. Holy shit. $1 billion in 3 years. That's amazing. Yeah, this is why I tend to avoid the... Unless you're doing it with like teams you've never won it before or something. That's why I sort of have that rule about the teams that have never been in finals. It stops me from moving to a super team, basically. The only time that could ever happen in the save would be if somehow I moved to a team that had become a super team. Like, say they got a Tycoon takeover or something, and then became that, because I have seen that happen before, and then they just hadn't managed to win a trophy or got to a final in that period. There's always the chance of that. Because I think the Lyon team I managed on OTI last time on stream actually had quite a bit of cash. Yeah, got to do the work to pay the gas bill. I just want to get us an early goal on this one. End goal of this save is to win to get Malta to be number 1 in the coefficient charts, which is simply not going to happen, unfortunately. Hence why we're putting a save, the save to the Wolves at the end of next season. That will be the last season of the save, just because we know that's unlikely to happen. I mean, I could play for the rest of the cycle and still probably not do it. Maybe we could, but there's so much tediousness in between us. Peters does it again. Youth and Date was trash. Did get one player that looks a little bit okay attribute-wise, but no long-term. Yeah, the next save is going to be Outcast to Icons. We're going to be doing a Twitch version of the save I did on YouTube that ended with Sassuolo. And we did it on Twitch a few years ago as well, during COVID, with Yuri Krot and all that jazz. Which I'm really looking forward to, because it's the perfect time for it. Because the databases are at their most complete now. So it's going to be the most fleshed out version of it, which is going to be so fun. And I just hope to get to managing some leagues that I've not touched before. It looks like it is going to be Real Madrid again in the next round, doesn't it? Which is usually good for us. Provided we actually get this over the line. Updated squads too. No, because they won't be in the databases. The squads will be the squads. We won't be managing those teams anyway until much later in the save, so the updated squads wouldn't make any difference. Because the... I don't know whether those are compatible with the latest version of the database. We'll use the latest version possible or whatever, but I won't be using like a squad update file on top because it would clash with the leagues, and then you end up in a situation where you can't do any of it. But by the time we even get to the point of being in one of those leagues, it'll be like 10 years into the save, and everyone's team will be completely different anyway. Eredivisie. I would like to go to the Eredivisie, honestly. And I said this last time as well. If somehow we manage to complete Outcast to Icons before the end of the cycle, but there's not a huge amount of time left, I'll switch it like I did on the YouTube save into a survival specialist save to finish things off. Because I had a nice time doing that on YouTube back in the day when there was not a lot of time left in the cycle, but I didn't want to start a brand new save, so I just did a new save essentially in the same game world with the survival specialist challenge instead. So it keeps things in the same lore, which is always fun. And before someone asks, survival specialist is pretty simple. You basically just find a team struggling in the relegation zone in January, take the job, and try to save them. I did it with a few teams there. It was quite fun, actually. We did like Den Haag, Heidenheim, and even worse. Who could possibly make that worse? Gosh, Showbiz, I need to know. So yeah, that's basically the plan for the rest of the year sorted. Donald Duck. Oh, Christ. I don't even want to click on it. Yeah, so it was the Sassy Boys save that went into the survival specialist one. We did like Heidenheim, Den Haag, Blackburn, if I remember. It's just that I played it a little bit offline, that type of save, back during my little sabbatical from YouTube for 2 years. I played my Ettelbrook save, my Itzela Ettelbrook save.
This isn't where I
and then I also played a
car.
survival specialist save too, which was really fun. Den Haag team with loads of wonder kids. Yes, the Den Haag team that was struggling at an absolutely insane rate, that had like players that should have been playing for like Ajax and PSV in that. So they had a guy that was like 5-star. It was crazy how good that Den Haag team was. I think we won all but like one game upon taking over and ended up finishing like 7th. Fush it. Thank you for the follow. It was such a weird, but I like the things that it throws up those. Yeah, Osasuna we don't talk about. The only thing that's relevant to Osasuna is Messi. Achievements get loads, because a lot of the achievements are things that I've never encountered this year. It'll be things like going from the top flight to the bottom flight. Oh, sorry, other way around. Getting a team promoted to the top flight of the Premier League and La Liga and stuff like that, which, of course, in this save, I've only ever managed Sirens. And in this year's game, I've pretty much only ever managed Sirens. Albacete, yeah. That was true, wasn't it? I just never have a good time in Spain. Top flight's a bottom flight. Yeah, the old reversing down the Pompey Highway. I'll tell you what, I feel like we need to almost go to Spain in Outcast to Icons just so I can exercise some demons. Maybe go to like a 3rd tier Spanish side at one point or something. As if that would be any easier, given that Spain at the 3rd tier level is absolutely mad. It's an absolute minefield. Okay, this game's turned out much easier than I expected. Probably won't make the same subs this time around, though. I feel like... oh, he's not even on the bench anyway. We'll get Hajarowin on. I feel like he's learned his lesson. We'll get Zimzims in. I just noticed that our substitute goalkeeper is Raymond Sheshadom, who I've never even heard of. Why is our bench mostly not... Where's all our actual players gone? We'll get Moser run out too. How many Belgian teams? Never. I would really like to do a Belgian team in the next save. That's one I've really got my eye on, going to Belgium in Outcast to Icons, because I've never managed there in FM, and I feel like it's weird that I haven't. Yeah, that's the way. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, didn't they used to call it like Death Ball or something? The Spanish 3rd tier. It's crazy that that's at the 3rd tier level as well. Like, that's the sort of thing you'd expect to see in like the 7th or 8th tier of a lot of countries, but to see that in the 3rd division of Spain is mad. There's something a little bit similar to that in the 3rd division in Portugal as well, which we fell foul of with Uniao during the first ever Twitch save, where we smashed it and then got beaten as a result of that by, I can't remember which name was the team, but it was where we got that ridiculous Marco... Oh, what's his name? Restrepo? Diego Restrepo? It was an attacking midfielder guy that we signed the following season off of that team that beat us, and then we got promoted. Was it Diego Restrepo? I'm trying to think if that is his name or not. If I'm right, I'm hoping that some Uniao de Madeira save lore masters might remember what his name was. Hello, Dan! Diego Raposo. That was him, not Restrepo. Raposo. I was close. That was him, yeah. So he scored the winning goal against us in the playoff final, essentially, in Uniao, and then we signed him off the team as he got promoted, and then he got promoted with us. Absolutely screwed us. I can't remember which team he was playing for at the time. They played in yellow, if I recall. Model says, oh, he was amazing. He stayed at that club way longer than he should have done. Oh, so they've moved it down a little bit. Okay, fair. Dan's out in the town like, is he? Naughty. Man United just beat Marseille 10-1, and Lewis Linus scored against them. Yeah, how's it going, Dan? When are you getting the podcast cracking up? That doesn't sound right. You know what I mean? Yeah, other Maltese sides. So, Goodyear, they all got knocked out, but they also got much closer than you'd expect, which is, I guess, something, right? Sweetie, when you say other teams do, I'm not sure what point you last saw, so it's hard to know what I'm really saying here, but the point is, they all got to the knockouts, except for Zabar in the Europa League, who screwed it up in a royal fashion. But luckily, we do still have Slima in Europe, and we do still have Hibernians, who knocked out Hearts. Cool. Nice. Oh yeah, Brazil is just brutal in general with its like the sheer number of fixtures. Just from playing that little Chapecoense save I did over the summer a couple of years ago. Don't remember doing that. Hey, everything's a learning process. When I started doing YouTube, I had no idea what I was doing. Like, I had very little knowledge of, and I still don't. Let's be honest. You watch the content, you know, or maybe you don't. You know, right? Slima versus Celtic. Celtic are very good. Celtic won the Europa League group, didn't they? Yeah, they won every game in the Europa League group. Celtic they're going to annihilate Slima Wanderers, aren't they? And Hibernians are playing... Oh, they've got their second leg. They're already looking like they're through. Yes, new episode of Sweeper. It's a Patreon episode. So it's a... it's like a sort of follow-on chat from the guy... From when they had the guys from the other Bundesliga chat on. So it's not like a proper Sweeper episode, unfortunately. Still, best football podcast I have at the moment. Maybe Slima do us an absolute worldie here, but I'm just not feeling confident about it. Yeah. Oh, a bit tighter than it should have been, but John Paul Morrison, he of the supermarket, does the business for them. I think that's then probably cooked. And... Jesus, that was closer than it needed to be, lads. Hibernians do get through. Barely. In the end, we're up to 17.3, so we go above that year. I'm not sure actually if we are going to be able to do it, because now it's just us and Hibernians left in Europe for next stream, pretty much. Slima are not going to turn it around, are they? 40 teams. Yeah, those leagues where it's like split into like 4 different leagues of like an insane amount of teams, and then there's like 1 promotion spot. Jesus Christ. Oh, sorry. Yeah, new save at that point. My apologies. As always, if I miss something in chat, please feel free to say it again. Yeah, so after the save, after season 30, we're finishing the save. We'll do like the Sim to the Future Looking Forward stream, which will be like an extra bit of content, which will obviously be live as well, and there'll be a video from that. And then maybe a tiny little gap while I sort some stuff out, but then we'll be starting Outcast to Icons, which is the European Journeyman save with the very specific set of rules. That means we can't manage a team that's ever been in a European final at any point. And we have a big spreadsheet basically for that. And if teams get to European finals during the save, they also eliminate themselves. And if you get to a European final and you lose it, you have to resign. So that's the idea of it. And it's going to have literally every single European league turned on, including ones that aren't in the game at the start. So we could start literally in like Kosovo or something. Speaking about Sirens, we're playing for the pool. Naughty. Where did it say that? Where was Tesco jabbing off? To moving. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there's probably going to be some Siren streams from the new house because, like, I'm in theory going to be doing a lot of the moving next weekend, right? So I won't streaming that weekend, obviously. And then at that point, the last thing that will move, basically, is my setup. So there might be a few streams where there's, like, nothing behind me, basically. So, other than the lighting. So, yeah, we'll see. Oh, yeah, literally. Top email. Christ, I'm an idiot. So, yeah, OTI will definitely start once I'm in the new house, but there'll probably be a few Siren streams from there as well, depending on how things move in terms of swiftness, because the last thing to go will basically be this setup once the internet's in. But it seems like it's not as bad as it used to be. Back in the day, it was a case of like, oh, you're moving to a new place. Cool, that'll be 3 weeks to set up any internet. Now it seems a lot more easy. Like it's like a self-start kit, basically. They're sending us the hub and all that sort of jazz. It probably won't be anywhere near as difficult as it used to be. Because I remember back in the day, it was an absolute pain in the arse when it came to things like that. People would have to take weeks off just to sort that sort of stuff out, which was my initial worry, but it seems that things are going to be all right with that. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to save it here because I said I was going to finish slightly earlier today just so we can get off and make sure we actually get there in time to get these keys. Yeah. Probably didn't even need to do the second leg there, really. We could have saved that for next stream, but I kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit more. Start with the last night. There we are. Yeah, bear in mind, we signed we got the contract this morning, and we're not going to get the hub until Monday anyway, so it'll be absolutely fine. So, which does mean I'm going to have to spend my day sat in the house with no furniture in it on Monday. Waiting for that. I'll take the camping chairs out my car. Let's see. Who are we raiding? Wow, it's a bit... Oh, I guess it's because I'm 15 minutes early finishing, isn't it? So none of my usual friends are online yet. We're going to raid Enrice, who is one of Hood's, I believe, one of Hood's mods, but also I believe potentially an editor for Hood as well. Or he's certainly one of Hood's mods. And he does a lot of work on the match of the delay stuff behind the scenes too. So, chat, the next time you see me on stream, which will be Sunday, of course, I will be in possession of keys to my new house. And yeah, follow on Instagram or whatever, and I'll probably try and put like some stuff on the story when we get up there later on. If you actually want to see what the stream room is going to look like, it'll just be pictures of Ethernet ports and stuff like that. And maybe the garden. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you as always for being wonderful human beings and making this an absolute joy to do. So yeah, I'll send you lovely people over to Enrice, and yeah, I will see you guys very soon.